Welcome to Roll Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. We're a group of gamers just like you, play Dungeons & Dragons for your enjoyment. My name is Captain Dustin Ritchie, your humble dungeon master, both your best friend and your greatest enemy. And tonight I am joined by the Pirate Seekers. Arg me mateys. We apologize for our late start, but we have some bad weather here in northwest Indiana, and we wanted to make sure that everyone got here safely. I would like at this time to introduce our guest star, Mike Moore from Simcoe Signs. Yeah.
It's really him.
It's really Mike. All right, so this is Mike's first time with us, and we're super excited. We're throwing him into a crazy, zany game where we get to go back to the port of Six Masts and see the pirates. It's going to be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. So I will need everyone's help remembering all the pirate names. I did go back and look up some of them because we meet so many so quickly. Oh gosh. So, so I wanted to give a shout out to Simcoe Signs. They are a local sign maker and Mike's work is unbelievable. Also, they are local costumers. Like they always go overboard when it comes to putting on events and it's magic. So it's great.
Well, yeah, thanks for inviting me.
So, We're gonna jump into tonight's game. I also want, though, we had a second game sponsor tonight. Quest Nest reached out to us. They are a plug and play module. So Quest Nest is a Kickstarter. It's live now. You can find them. They are creating written content for you to be able to just kind of plug and play in your game. So check them out on Kickstarter. We're happy that they reached out to us to give them a shout out because we're always looking to help the gaming community. All right, everyone, it is Tuesday night. Let's roll!
It's Wednesday.
Roll.
It's not, it's Wednesday.
Oh, it is Wednesday.
Oh, boo!
Welcome back, everyone, to World Seekers. This is episode 37. All right, so last game, our game ended with, can anybody tell me who we met at the very end of last game? We met 3 people.
Yes, the priest
Uh-huh.
and his daughter.
Yes.
And
The guy who...
Yes, the guy.
oh,
guy
that's
who-
right, the really nice guy. Hold on, I have
The
his
guy
name.
who couldn't...
He wanted to
stand right.
dance.
Yes, that's right.
So, what's happened recently on our...
Bilgby.
Bilgby. Yep.
Bill. What was it?
Bilgby.
Bill.
A strange, coughing, large man.
Yes. And do you have the names of the others? Okay, while you're looking for that, I'm going to keep going. Last game, the party tried to return to Garifon to try to meet up with Cecil, try to talk to the people of the castle, and try to free them from the creature that is now inhabiting their kingdom. when they found that they were not powerful enough to break the magic of the Eldgar Calyx creature, it's like a Eldritchian horror, they decided to move west to go back to the port of Six Masts, where Elric spent 3 years as a pirate, because they have coordinates to the middle of the ocean that they believe will lead them to the secret of crows, which will be kind of Clara's storyline continues. Real quick, for Mike, some of the players around the table is we have Elric Fiddlefingers, a bard, halfling. We have Killian. She is a barbarian from the north who worships the Ursinod, the great bear. We have Lyra, who is a paladin of the.
Oh, god damn it.
She's a cleric.
But she's a cleric who knows lay on hands.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
oh, I
So
know.
she's a cleric of the dragon god Azeron, the dragon of dawn. We have Clara, a druid who is tapped into ancient fey magic. We have David Jones.
I knew you were going to do that.
A human fighter with a dark and troubled past. So, Mike, we'll bring you in here in a little bit, but Mike's going to be playing a pirate in our pirate game. Your character's name is
It's Mick Mikey.
Mick Mike.
Do we want to introduce
That's
our
beautiful.
NPC companion friends?
Yes, please. So a couple games ago, the group were able to activate NPC companions, and they actually got artwork that we can show you. So let's go around the table and show the NPC companions. I pointed at Trevor and he can't see me because he has 2 eye patches.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, Trevor, you go first.
Okay, so my companion is Ned Flanderis. He is a paladin of the Golden Inquisition.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
He seems to be an alcoholic, but he is.
But he can't be because he's immune to disease.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting thing. Good dude. Good dude.
All right, Killian.
I don't believe I had one.
You don't have one? All right.
Okay.
Killian's rogue.
That's right.
I picked Trash King, who's a goblin rogue, and his real name, you'll find out in the game. We call him Trash King. Yeah, he's
I don't hear a
Steals
difference.
everything.
I don't hear a difference
He's
between
a-
that and his real name.
he's a thief.
He's a thief. I have Rogaire. He's the day guard.
Dang on.
Formerly,
Formerly night guard, but was
Formerly
promoted
the night guard.
to day guard. And he defeated.
Cat's up.
Concept.
I didn't want to say his name.
The Dark Wizard. And finally, David Jones. Bud.
He's a friend.
He's a former ex-pirate who's in it for the killing and now is in it for
Friend. Love.
love. The chains that bind.
We're gonna find his key.
So in this game, though, I don't believe any of the NPCs are with you, right? Some of them went with Stockton Spellbrim.
Most of them went with Stockton.
Stockton Spellbrim on the Condor, and you have no companions with you. So.
Correct.
Okay.
I think, did we get Killian with us?
Yeah, Killian will be with
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I mean, for sure. All right.
Thank you.
Let me go ahead and put on some music for us as we get this game started.
Set that
So I
up.
labeled all the music so that I would know which songs are which, and all of that got deleted right before we started. Woo!
Great.
Good stuff.
Wonderful.
Fabulous.
The way it happens. So we'll start with Tome of Fate. Okay. So we're going to start in the last cathedral.
The father and daughter do not have names.
Oh, you haven't got their names. Okay, perfect. So, you wake up in the morning to the smell of bacon cooking on an open fire. It wafts through the church, and you see Bilgby has come in with a slaughtered pig. It is sitting on the table, blood dripping on the floor, but he looks very pleased. You see the daughter and the old man are cooking eggs, and the daughter is cleaning the floor, saying, Bilgby, please, we have to hang it outside in the barn. Bilgby comes into the main room. Breakfast will be served soon.
Is he holding something?
No.
Okay.
Good. Did you all sleep well?
I slept fantastic. I have eye patches on for some reason.
Good.
You've had eye patches.
The whole time. The whole time I've been wearing them.
Yes.
Even when you could see.
Thank you.
Are you going to be eating with us?
Are we having steak?
Eggs.
Did anybody see Elric try to slit Claire's throat?
Torque did.
Okay.
Torque is not talking about it
Okay.
because Torque's not here.
Is the key still on the mantle?
No.
Yeah, that happened.
No, I didn't say that because
Oh, you didn't?
no, because I was just asking who saw it, if anyone saw it.
Okay.
Only Torque saw it.
He's not here.
Okay.
Oh,
And I'm not there, right?
You're not there yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll stay for breakfast. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And
That'd
then
be
we gotta
wonderful.
get going.
You have to. Where are you going?
Where are we going, Elric?
We are going to the wonderful city of the Six Masts.
Oh, I've never been there.
There's lots of scary pirates there.
I'm frightened.
You shouldn't be. They're actually very nice.
You just said they were scary.
It was a joke.
Ha ha ha! Funny joke.
I like this guy.
So, anyways, you can eat, and then I'll show you the road out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The father and the daughter feed you. It's just eggs. That's all they have. She tells you that it's been a long time since they've had anyone at the church, and it's been a welcome respite to welcome these weary travelers. The old man gives you a blessing before you go on your way.
Actually, well, as we're finishing up breakfast, I'd like to speak to the group.
Okay.
So, as we're like all settling down, it's all kind of quiet. So, I almost slit Clara's throat last night.
What?
What?
Somebody drops a plate on the ground.
Yeah. So, the ring, this one, from Xerxes.
Vampa?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, she's got a lot more control over me than I liked.
Then I will cut off your finger.
I say
We've tried, Killian. We can't get it off.
we have not tried to cut off his finger. We have tried to pull it off. I have tried to pull it off. I say
I'm
we cut
gonna
off his hand.
I'm gonna say, if you try to cut,
Diplomatic approach, Eli. Good.
Thank you.
that makes you make a great point, but I'm just gonna say, gonna go out on a limb. If you cut off my finger, she'll probably kill me.
But what happens
just,
if we cut
it's
off
just a
your...
gut feeling.
But if we cut off your hand, we're not cutting off your finger.
I'm gonna say, still dead. And I really
might
don't want
be
to
able
be
to
dead.
grow his finger back.
Normally I'd be game. But I
The
kinda-
the three people at the table who are not familiar with everything that you have gone through look horrified.
Well, I can't see them.
Bilgby, no, we do not mutilate each other.
Thank you.
It's not mutilation if it's helping him.
It's
What
not
is
going
wrong
to.
with you?
We call it
I have struggled, and yet you have had many advantages, and everything you say makes me feel like you should be the one struggling.
Elric openly laughs.
So,
That is a good
Just-
point.
The girl goes over and gives Bilgby a hug. It's okay.
So-
No!
Bilgby, just the backstory. That ring he's wearing is cursed, and it's causing him to almost kill his friends. So we're trying to think of a solution that, and we don't want to have to cut off his finger. Trying to think of a better solution.
Magic, you say? Curses? Like what's in the cellar?
Yeah, what's in the
I
cellar?
was right, there was something in the cellar.
They said there's something in the cellar.
No, they said they got everything out of the cellar. Now he's saying there's something in the cellar. I say we go in their cellar.
No.
No.
No, the cellar's cursed. They told us
We
that's
found
right.
that magic didn't have hold of us if we didn't give it our heart.
Okay, Elric, you hear that?
I'll do my best.
Don't fall in love with the ring, lady.
I've got.
That's a very good motto to live by.
I reach out for Killian and miss. It's a very good point.
You like touch Bigby.
You are all very strange. It would seem to me that you have great power, but you flaunt it. And he walks out.
I would
guess
say a
he's
dark
not
sense-
gonna show us the road.
I guess a dark sense of humor is kind of a coping mechanism.
Yeah, not everybody's gonna understand it.
I wish you the best on your journey. I hope you find your way.
Thank you. When we were eating, I would ask them their names. We never formally.
Please name them.
Okay. Isabella
Isabella?
and Matthew.
Matthew.
Very just normal.
If they are very normal.
They're the most.
And
normal
Bilby's very
people.
normal too.
No, that's why he has a name already.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Isabella, I know that this might come off a little ridiculous, but the reason I can be so lighthearted is because I know there's still a lot of light in the world, even when bad things happen. So sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches.
I think that that's a good way to live. Just know that if we hadn't talked to you, the amount of power that you all wield, it's frightening. And you joke about it as if we don't matter.
No, we only joke because we always mean the best.
Are we joking?
I was very serious about amputating his finger.
Matthew doesn't really say anything. He just puts his hand up to his eyes. I thank you very much for what you have given me and my daughter a new chance. I will take you to the east, the western road.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we go out? Head
Okay.
out?
So,
As we head out, I put the key back.
perfect. The Port of Six Masts is going to take you about a week to get there. You will travel through the deserts of Mar. You will travel upwards. I would assume by day 2 or 3, you'll find rides, camels, and the such in order to get to the Port of Six Masts. That will shorten your time. You may choose to fast travel, but you won't be able to do things along the adventure, but you will reach the Port of Six Masts faster.
As an ability, it is. I have. Traveling time is doubled
Okay?
for me and 10 other people, which I believe that
Okay.
makes up.
Perfect.
So,
I think that, like, I still think it would take you about 5 days.
okay. So, player knowledge. Is there any good stuff along the way?
You could roll for it.
I was saying, could we all just say like one thing that we do during this time?
Of course. So you're going to travel through 3 villages. You'll go to you've been through these villages with their cursed items and strange bazaars. You'll definitely find a camel trader. And then you can each decide to do one thing along the journey. You can kind of decide how you want to do it. Maybe you look for somebody along the journey. And then we're going to do one roll as a group. D100, highs being you meet a new character, not necessarily a good one, and low mean it's uneventful.
Okay.
Okay.
So what would you like to, we'll start with you, Elric, what would you like to do on your journey to the Port of Six Masts?
So, I am going to, I can't do much. So, I'm going to practice with my instruments.
Okay.
Especially because recently I got my ability to play woodwind instruments back. But then I'm also going to kind of go through my list of spells to try to bring my eyesight back. Even though I know that nothing's really going to come of that. Kind of quietly or in the evening when I'm by myself, I would try to like cast, healing word or something on myself.
Sure. Menting.
Mending.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't cast yeah.
Cast mending on my face.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
It creates the eye patches.
Killian.
Killian wouldn't. I don't think Killian would go out of her way to do anything other than just focus on traveling and just gaining. I assume practice, tracking, and overall traversal of these foreign environments as they are not the north.
Sure. Yeah, they are not.
Those are big words.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra.
In the towns, I would look for basic stuff to replace some of the stuff I lost. I'm sure they don't have anything fancy.
They don't have anything fancy, but
No.
you'll find about $300, 300 gold worth of components.
Okay. Like
You can
diamond
choose
dust.
whatever. You will not find any diamond dust in these strange bazaars in the middle of the desert.
I would, but as we're traveling, I would probably focus on this ring, trying to figure out why I can't remove curse, and I would probably ask Ozeron for. I cast divine intervention every day
No.
for 5 times 5 days, but I would try to study this ring,
Okay.
and like the curse, and just try to find a way if there's a way to break it.
Every day, for 5 days, use
Clara.
Divine Intervention to cast Land Bridge to make her.
There's a stream.
We must ford the stream. Land Bridge.
But there's a regular bridge over there.
Land Bridge.
It's like a step over.
So since these are like odd little towns in the middle of nowhere, I would like to, I think with Lyra, just talk with the people and kind of just say like who we are and introduce ourselves. And obviously the word of the fated have been spread across a lot of the land. So just introducing ourselves and trying to make
Save
ties
children.
with people. Yeah, like nothing like crazy, but like in case anything crazy were to come or we
Yeah.
ever needed anybody help. It's kind of like
Are these cities already like in? Like, do we already have trade routes and stuff with these cities in?
No,
Gareth
you
and-
do not.
Okay, then yeah, I'll
we would like to. Yeah, I want to make them a part of.
be diplomatic.
Yeah, so basically being diplomatic, and then since they are odd little towns, I would like to grow plants and try and help like with their fields, like doing like grain or,
Casting plant growth.
yeah, so helping them with their crop growth and
Great.
just introducing different things. So just kind of spreading the word that we are here for good and being diplomatic.
Sounds
Religious pilgrimage. Essentially.
I play music for the children.
David will, like,
The children.
as they're going around, like, make short sketches of maps. As they're going around, like, landmarks,
Sure.
town, make a map out of the town, go with Killian, map out, like, forests and stuff like that.
Great. Okay, so this all sounds really good. So I would like everybody to roll. This is a random D100. This is not what I just said. Everyone roll a D100 and the highest wins.
Ooh, 50 exactly.
80.
69. Whoa. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm blind.
Boo.
Boo.
84.
49.
Perfect. So, Clara, in your travels, trying to meet these people on their terms, I would like a will save.
What is
You're
wrong?
not supposed
Trevor-
to take it off.
Trevor can't actually get the ring off. Oh, okay,
I'm
never mind.
gonna have to switch fingers.
With 19 plus just my wisdom plus 5, so 20.
Well, your will save, your wisdom saving throw.
Oh, plus 10, 29.
Okay. So during one of the exploits, you went out and they have a lot of desert plants, cactus, prickly pears, things like that. And as you go out, they show you a field of kind of desert vegetation. And you go, let me help you grow it. And as you do, your fey eyes flare. You were able to control it enough, but as you kind of black out a moment, you see the people that you would talk to were scared, but they're not hurt. And this once kind of desolate landscape blooms into a desert oasis. You don't necessarily talk very much about it, but but that town notices it.
Okay, awesome. That's really cool.
All right, and now we need a D100. This is for the NPC.
Can I do it?
Oh, yeah.
Click. 25.
Good job, E. Very proud.
Nothing happens.
Is that? Yeah.
You will continue your march toward
No,
the port of Six Masts.
we're just doing one. We found a quarter of a man.
On the open seas, a ship with a white blank flag travels along the ocean as it nears the port of Six Masks. Standing atop in a very Captain Morgan-esque fashion, you see a man with one eye patch and a hardy body. It is Snake-Eyed Joe. He sits on the helm of his ship with the steering wheel, and he drives it toward the port of Six Masts. His ragtag crew, recently repopulated over the time you've been gone, a couple of weeks at most. You now see a full crew manning the Dreadstalker's finest vessel. They have found new recruits at the port of Six Masts, some more seasoned than others, but none standing out quite as much as McMikey. McMikey sits on the top of the ship and he stands by Seabark, who has never lost a barking match until now to McMikey. Ashamed and bashful, Seabark has lost his voice. Near you, McMikey, you also have Old Larry, Fickle Phil, and Ralph Lauren. McMikey, what would you like to do as you near the pirate city after you've come back with zero booty? You've been gone for a week, and the vessel you attacked unfortunately sank beneath the azure waves.
Well, I guess. I mean, since I'm a musician, a bard.
Yes.
I want to. I'm gonna go to maybe a tavern and see if.
You are in the middle of the ocean, McMikey,
I
but you are
thought-
heading toward the city.
We're heading towards.
You can see it in the distance. There is mead and ale on the ship. One thing that is important to know, though, that the most of the crew, without the intervention that Elric promised, all of your crew has scurvy.
Yeah.
Elric promised them that he would help them get citrus. He did not.
Oh, I'm glad literally one orange fixes scurvy.
Well, but they don't have that orange.
But they're on the boat with me then.
So none of the group is here. They are approaching the city.
Okay.
So, and your captain, Snake-Eyed Joe, is approaching the city from the ocean. So we are splitting the party.
I mean, maybe I guess I'll play some music so my crew who has scurvy isn't so down.
Perfect. So will you roll us a performance check, please?
Is that with my
Cass-
Yes, it is.
Cassandra's still with them, right?
Huh?
Cassandra's still with them?
Cassandra is still with him, but she has been demoted.
Oh man.
A 3 plus.
Your performance is probably pretty high.
Probably pretty good. It should be under charisma.
It's 3 plus 8, so I have a
11.
Okay.
All right. So you gotta. What are you playing? What is your
So
instrument?
I have a lute. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So you see the 4 crew near you. They kind of like begin to tap their feet and clap. And Ralph Lauren, he smells really bad, like just.
Good old Ralph.
And he doesn't seem to want to partake in your song. Fickle Phil, however, though, is rubbing your shoulders as you're playing your music.
Nice.
I like what you're playing there, says Seabark. Will you play it louder?
I agree, and I play louder.
He starts barking out into the ocean, just. Snake-Eyed Joe, sitting on top of the mast, begins to yell out to his crew, "Man your stations! we approach the port of Six Masks, and Commodore Sawbones won't be having ya lily-livered scallywags not at your posts. Mikey, make sure they man the masts.
So I guess I gather my scurvy friends, and I tell them to get to their positions and.
Perfect. So most of the people listen to you without question. Like, you've proven yourself in this last week. They've given you a second in command, your own cabin.
Nice.
That's pretty.
I mean, he was able to outbark Seabark, so.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So you have your own cabin on the ship, and basically everyone is listening. But you see Cassandra. She is a salty, very beautiful woman. But she's been demoted. She used to be the captain of the Dreadstalks, and now she's basically in charge of pulling up the anchor. And she is being obstinate.
Got a bunch of scurvy dogs, don't you?
So
He has a bunch of scurvy dogs.
So I go over by her and I ask her if she needs any help or if there's something I can help her with.
Not from the likes of you.
Oh.
You think that you're so great. Well, you're not, Mikey, and you best watch your back.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
You should be. She has a small crab sitting on her shoulder.
Like a friendly crab, or
It seems to be friendly to her, but it's snapping at you.
okay.
It knows.
Like Krabby.
It's an animal.
It senses her displeasure with you.
Huh.
Her eyes begin to twitch.
I go back to my post.
Yeah,
then,
sounds
I
good.
guess?
So yeah, just leave her be. So you see a stout fellow. His name is Jacques. You've been working with him for the past couple weeks. He doesn't talk much, but he has a huge, like, unmanageable, ungodly beard. And he looks to wear like 3 times as many clothes as he should. He has a fishing pole sitting out on the port side, and he seems to be reeling in. But he is supposed to be manning the arbalists, which are large, like, crossbows.
I'll go over. Is Jacques, you said?
Jacques.
So I go over to Jacques and I ask him if he could return to his post after I help him pull up this fish or whatever he is reeling in.
You gonna help? You gonna help me? You gonna help me, Mikey?
Yeah,
You can barely hear him over his beard.
Yes. That's my intentions.
Please! I think we have a marlin. A marlin!
Marlin?
A marlin on the road! I'm serious with you! With
Just so you know, this is totally normal. Yeah, for like half the characters.
So, you can grab the fishing pole if you
Yeah,
like.
I mean, I'll help him reel it in if he
Okay,
needs.
so you
however.
can use acrobatics, athletics. If you have something else you want to use, sleight of hand.
I mean, I have a good acrobatics. So
Perfect.
I'm gonna do a flip and then like try to help him.
Please, by all means, roll well. Hey, all right,
So I got 25.
So not only do you help him, you flourish it around. It looks real good, and you see a big old blue marlin come soaring out of the ocean. As it does, you see, like, you're about to pull it in, and Snake Eye Joe from the helm yells out, "Cut the rope! We have to move on!" And you see Jock. Like the marlin is on the side of the boat, like you could pull it in, but your captain's ordered you to cut the line.
I'm gonna continue to pull it in real quick.
All right. Go ahead. Acrobatics or athletics, whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, I also have animal handling. I don't know if that works in this situation.
If you'd like to try to handle the animal, you're welcome to. It's okay. We're just gonna kill
But
you.
I'll acrobats it just because.
Calm down while
So I
we
got
pull you out of the
a
water.
16 after my.
You pull the marlin on board. Snake Eye Joe gasps at your insubordination. But let's see how he feels about it. Well, because it's a big old marlin. He'll let it slide because the marlin is beautiful and large. And Jacques pulls the marlin, guts it, and then drags it with a hook over to the arbalist. So now there's a big marlin next to the arbalist.
You're quite welcome.
As this is happening, the rest of the crew is running around you in all directions. You see Seabark. Get to your spot! And he's climbing up the crow's nest because that's where he is stationed.
He's the spotter.
There are many other of your crew members running around.
So I guess if is he gonna clean or take care of the marlin, and I'll go man his post while he's.
Oh, he's got the marlin near the arbalist. Like
Okay.
he's gonna try to do both.
Okay. That's good. That's
What
good.
are they
Just
shooting?
Yeah,
making sure
they're
he's-
multitasking.
Sounds good.
They just have to man it.
It's about looking good and sending a message to the
So
other
the center of the ship has those two large doors, like for the storage, and they burst open. And one of the largest men you've ever seen comes up holding two massive casks of what look like gunpowder.
It's not a guy I recognize.
Oh, you recognize the whole crew.
But not this guy.
You recognize this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name is Bruce.
Sounds good.
He has cannon powder.
Mikey, where you want the cannons?
Where's the what?
Where you want the cannons powder put?
I guess by the by one on each side by the arbalist.
Arbalist? I'll put one on each side. Always thinking, Mikey. Always thinking.
He just walks away with the two cannons. He heads and puts one big barrel of cannon powder on each side of the ship. All right. So as you're kind of fun, like, you should do this and you should do this, Snake Eye Joe just yells out, "You're doing a good job, Mikey. That's why you're on number one." I think you're doing just fine. Pickle Phil has been rubbing your shoulders through most of this.
I thank him.
You're welcome.
You're so tense.
You're so tense.
Where would you like me to station, Mikey?
You see one of the oldest looking pirates who looks as though he should have keeled over and fallen into the sea long ago. It is old Larry.
Yes.
I mean, do I notice where there may be the least amount of?
The ship
men
is
watching.
it's yours to command. You can put him wherever you'd like.
I'll put him up by the captain just as extra.
Always ways, old Mikey.
And you slowly walk. You think that he'll reach the captain by the time you're pulling into the port, but he's walking. So you have a crew of about, I would say, 37. They're just rushing around. One of the people trips and falls, and you see little cannonballs that would go in like a blunderbuss fall all over the floor. It is your cabin boy.
I grab a few of the other crewmates and then I ask them to help me pick up some of these so that nobody slips on them. And then
Your crew boy is your cabin boy. You picked up near the eastern coast. It is. He's only been with you about 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. It is Micah.
Why?
Okay.
That's my level. Well, I don't know what level he's at.
We don't know.
Oh man, I'm so sorry, man. I got it. Don't tell anyone.
I tell him it's fine.
I'm really actually really good at not doing this.
And I help him pick up some of the.
Yeah, that's real kind of you.
Thank you. And like the whole time he's looking to see if like Snake Eye Joe's watching him.
Let's see if Snake Eye Joe sees this unfortunate.
He's trying to be stealthy about it.
He doesn't. He doesn't see.
Okay.
This is so uncomfortable.
Extra, extra. Micah, you told me there was going to be news on this ship, and we've only seen water for 3 days.
You see another cabin boy. This one is less liked.
Why are we here?
How did they?
You told me there was going to be news. News on this ship of pirates. I think we were kidnapped.
No, I told you I'm here because Catherine thinks these people are sketchy, and I'm undercover.
What? We're undercover as cabin boy. We joined their crew. There's only so much news on a ship.
You're undercover for Helix.
There's only water here. The cannonballs all over the place. This is the most eventful thing that has happened in the last 3 days. Extra, extra.
Don't tell me what was my fault. It was old man. It was old Larry.
There's old Larry's over there. I can
Slowly walking. He's like 8 feet away.
I'll
get there.
I've been watching him with my eyes to see if he finally dies for an obituary post in the news.
Give him the special dice. You see a very flamboyant looking man, very tall, skinny. He's wearing like the straps as his shirt, but he's very tall and lanky. Get out of my way! His name is Cut Purse Jim.
What?
Cut purse. He's a swashbuckler.
I grab Sarah and we move out of the way.
He just kind of saunters over to one of the arbalists. You're the saltiest looking crew I ever seen, and I ain't got spit for ya. And he spits.
I don't. He bit his own tongue.
Well, I'm thinking.
Mr. Gums, please.
He bites into an orange, but he's the only one that has one.
So I didn't send for.
No, he just has one. Probably picked one up on one of the islands that he was.
Ruined on?
So as you near into the city of Port, the Six Masts, you come into a grotto. So it's not a very like super defended grotto. It's not like high hills like white cliffs or anything like that. It is a coral grotto. So you see like the white dead coral, but it fills what would be the bay of the Port of Six Masts. Inside the bay, you see 10 pirate ships, each one adorned with purple and gold and green, the colors of Garifon, but none of them match the way that they're supposed to. None of them actually, so if it's going to be Garifon being kind of a green, purple, gold, they're all inverted and they're all the wrong colors, just kind of strewn about. You see like cloths and blankets thrown over the sides of the ship to kind of signalize that they are the purple ship or the green ship.
But they got it all wrong.
So this is the pirate navy that Elric has worked so hard to produce. As they come in, you see several guns fire off, signalizing that the Dreadstalker is come back into port, this being the flagship of this ragtag army. And as you see the cannons hit, one of the masts blows apart as they accidentally hit one of their own ships. And one of the other cannons goes and blasts into some of the coral bed, and it just collapses into the bay. But all the crew, McMikey, are shouting in joy that they have returned to the Port of Six Masts, and Seabark, standing atop, just continues to bark into the bay. Would you like to do anything?
Maybe. I mean, I guess I could play music for all the other ships.
Nice. So you begin to play performance, sir.
Sea shanties.
16 plus
26.
8. So yeah.
All right. You begin to play loud, and you see other musicians on the other ships come out, and they just begin to play. And it becomes a very, very musical moment for the pirates of the Port of Six Masts. While this is happening some distance off, you come over the desert hills on a dirt path, and you see in the distance the Port of Six Masts. It is very hodgepodge. As you know, the Port of Six Masts is made from the frames and dilapidated structures of sunken ships, both found at sea or sunk purposefully, but they have built their city out of the wood that can no longer sail.
Yes.
So, as you enter into the city, coming down, you notice that you'll see rooms that are stacked on top of each other in a very player one kind of motif. But all of it is dry rotted with barnacles and the smell of the sea stinging your nostrils. It's pungent. While McMikey is still on the ocean, the rest of the group is coming into the backside of the Port of Six Masts, but you do hear a clamor coming from the bay of the Port of Six Masts, and you see cannons going off in the kind of exalted jubilation.
Elric, is this normal?
I take a deep breath. My second home.
As you say that, a chamber pot is thrown right in front of your feet, and you see an old, crotchety woman. Where will you going? She walks back into her home.
I don't see it, but I hear it.
Yeah.
Exactly where I need to be.
So just so everyone is aware visually, like there are the ropes, like the cross-hexed ropes that would be on a ship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's like not a rope ladder, it's like they're, I don't know, they're checkered.
Yeah.
Like they're hanging on buildings, and you see people climbing. That's how people are climbing up to their homes. And
It's just a giant jungle gym.
yeah. So you see like not gangplanks. You see like boardwalks strewn about like from the city. It's very the movie Hook.
I love it.
I like the idea that each house has a gameplay.
When their kids are bad, they just send
So you
Exactly.
notice that there are
It's
many, like each of the houses though have flags flying from them.
That's so great.
And of course, in the center, is Commodore Sawbones' main home. It has 3 actual galleys stacked atop one another.
Wonderful.
As in, like, there's a whale
So you know
spine
all of
leading
those,
up.
all of those flags, you know, are letters, and the ships can communicate back and forth. So it'd be really funny if 2 neighbors who didn't like each other are like cursing each other out using different flags back and forth. I love it.
So, McMikey, the Dreadstock ship is pulling into port as you are heading toward the center of the Port of Six Masts. You, normally you would be accosted, but people seem to recognize you, Elric.
For better or worse?
They just aren't really paying much attention,
Oh,
so they're
okay.
not attacking your group. They
So
just
for
see
worse.
Elric.
Oh, okay. So I'm very puffing my chest out a little bit. I need to see my fleet.
As you're like in my like little baby strap I have for you.
Yes.
Are you gonna walk on your own though? You're not gonna get any better if you don't.
Yeah. No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. At least trying, even holding somebody's hand.
Perfect.
I'll give him like
He's
a tiny
blind,
stick.
just as an FYI.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't obvious.
Very, very blind.
And they're the one that's on my ship also, or no?
Who?
He's also on my ship, or no?
Nope. Nobody's
Oh.
on. Nope.
He's the character that was with the ship before your character was with the ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
He
yes.
was the first captain before you.
Yes.
Ah.
So I was responsible for trying to develop a navy for the capital city, Garifon, and all we really had were pirates. So we've kind of banded the pirates together and made that fleet into our navy.
Privatize
Yeah.
the pirates.
Private,
You're all private. You're unprivatized privateers.
Unprivateers. So I would like to see my fleet.
Okay, I'm sure. Does it look different from the other ships?
I don't think he can help.
What?
Well, like when you left it, like was it very different from the other ships?
Maybe we could go and you could just describe it to me.
What is
Yeah.
its flag?
Are we? We're like we can't see the ships.
No,
Correct?
you've walked down into the city now. Like you can't see the bay anymore.
How do we look?
We can't see them yet.
What?
I see.
There's
six
a lot
masts.
of.
Did nobody
Here.
look? Did nobody look? I came all this way to see my ships.
We're not there yet, Elric. You know how big this city is.
It's not that big. How far have we gone?
We're still by the houses, Elric.
Oh shit. Okay.
You see a dead body come falling right in the center of the road.
I love this place.
Does this person actually look dead?
Oh, it's super dead.
All right. Why don't we? Okay. So why don't we like stepping over the body, still talking? Why don't we go see Sawbones, and then we can make our way to the fleet.
Who?
You just
The
step
mayor?
over the
Yeah, just
body.
over as I'm talking to
The
them.
mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a thing with his daughter.
Well, I mean, she had a thing for me.
Okay.
I was being polite, but we're just.
Didn't you say you were betrothed?
This is a political arraignment.
Yeah, Elric, you lead the way. We just need to get. We need to
Yeah,
get to these.
let me get
coordinates.
right on it. And I'm gonna pick a direction and just start walking.
Elric, I need you to stop and like think for a minute. You, just because you lost your eyes doesn't mean you're worthless and useless. Like you can do a lot of things. You have memory. You have other
Okay.
senses. I feel like
Okay.
you're really giving up on yourself, and like you need to get it together.
Okay, all right. Let me try really hard for a second. I look
do
around.
survival.
Do I see anything?
You don't see. They have no magic or illusions in this
No,
town.
but he could do a survival to have an idea of where he's
100%.
at. Yeah,
100%.
You're in the port of 6
you were
miles.
here a long time.
I don't even know where that wound
It's under the bag.
Yeah, that's 2 plus like so it's 5.
You have given up on yourself right now. So
You know, this body is out of place. I'm just gonna say
His body was not here.
we're in the city.
I can smell that. I can
We're-
smell that.
We're in the city, and we came from a particular side, and we should head towards the big ship in the middle.
Okay.
Can you take me there?
Do we?
You
Yeah.
see the
Oh
big
my
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know
We
where-
walk that way.
This is the biggest place in here.
Survival check. Boom.
Okay, so while you're doing this, we're gonna go back to McMikey and the Dreadstock.
Perfect.
You have pulled, the whole ship is pulled in, and immediately all of your crew just rushes toward the shore. I mean, it's gonna get rowdy. So they rush toward the shore, but you stay on board with Snake Eye Joe, who comes over and hits you hard on the back and gives you a compliment for all that you've done the past 2 weeks. As this happens, you see a rather pungent-looking. He looks like he smells, but he comes up and he has the very long handlebar mustache, and he has a long gray beard that comes down to a point. He is not part of your crew. He marches up the gangplank onto the ship. Commodore Sawbones requests tribute to park in the port of 6 Masts.
We didn't really collect any money on our journey, right? Or do
And
we
yet
have-
the payment is due. I give him one of the black pearls from down in the cellar.
So I go down in the cellar and I grab one of the black pearls.
Reflex save, please. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
There.
Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
You should have checked for traps.
Should have checked for Rune of Death.
There's a glim.
You picked up the glimpse. The tread stops no room of that.
So I got a 16.
All right, so you play coy, pretending that it catches you off guard, but it does not. A large mastiff comes out of from behind 2 of the crates and tackles you into the ground, licking your face.
Yeah.
It's a large dog. What is his name?
If you don't say Rufus, I'll be disappointed.
Oh, I get to make it up then?
Whatever you'd like.
Oh.
Mr.
It'll be Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Fluffy the Dreadstalker. And he's licking your face.
Yeah.
He has the pearl in his mouth.
I take it out carefully.
Yeah. Oh, he knows you. He's your friend.
Oh, okay. Then I pet him and I go back to the.
He follows you up.
Sounds good.
All right. The man with the long beard has his hand outstretched.
And I like make sure that it still had a little bit of slob around that
Yeah,
pearl.
I mean-
then I put it in there.
Yeah, Thank you. And he walks away. And so at this, Snake Eye Joe begins to lead you down the gangplank. So, Mikey, where were you before all of this? Yeah,
I guess I just traveled from town to town, playing in local taverns until I got recruited onto the ship.
But you seem so apropos out there. You're just directing everybody where to go and what to do, and it all seems to work out like you was made for it.
Well, when I stayed at some of the taverns, maybe I'd work as a barkeep every now and then, and
Me and the boys been talking. Have you been touched by a sea harpy?
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps indeed. That's what we're taking bets on. You'll tell us when you're ready.
Are you writing that? That's news.
Oh, my paper is wet. It's unusable. The news is non-existent.
Not at sea. Well, McMikey, you've earned your leave. We'll be leaving again, though, straight in the morning, so make the best of your 14 hours.
Sounds good.
You! And Snake Eye Joe walks over to this kind of pudgy-looking gnome man. He's not actually a gnome, but he looks like a gnome. I want oranges on the vessel. Elric said they'd be in by now. You don't hear the end of that conversation. You have free range of the city.
Well, I guess since we didn't make anything, or I didn't make any money. Where did the rest of my crew go? Did they?
Brothels.
They went all the
Out. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll go exploring the city.
Sure.
I don't know, just seeing what they have.
Perfect.
Say that
Perfect.
catches my eye, maybe.
Yeah, so you start walking in. Lots catches your eye. Some of it you avert your eyes for because it catches it in the wrong kind of way. But you do see a rather strong looking lass come out. She's got like mud on her face, but she's got a few scars as though she's battle worn. She comes up, she's wearing the cutlass, she has a bandana on, and she's wearing kind of cut clothes, and she walks up to you real strong. So, McMikey, you're back, are you? Did you get the adventure you were seeking?
I mean, we
She slaps you across the face.
Yes. Yes.
And then she just walks away from you.
yeah.
This is everything I hoped it would be.
That's that interaction. You will all see this rather strong-looking lass smack. It looks like a musician hard across the face.
Oh, Elric.
What?
That'd be a good woman for you.
Is that what I thought it was?
It was a good slap right there.
Oh. I know I'm in the right place. Who is it? Who got hit?
Am I
You are all there.
Oh.
So you've met at an intersection in the middle of the city. The center of the city is still a ways off, but the clamor, like you see, very much like a Popeye cartoon, people being thrown out of windows and things in the distance. It is the Dreadstalker crew, but they're not being killed, so nobody really cares.
Can Micah try to steal a journal or some paper?
You just will.
It's that type of place.
Yeah.
He steals paper for Sarah.
Okay.
Was the slap worth it?
I'm a little unsure what it was about, but
That happens. A lot of people here. It's easy to get confused.
Do you know that woman, Elric?
And I've never met
I
the
think
lady.
about the slap
Oh, that's
and
up
all
to
the
you.
times I had been slapped.
It's up to you.
You know, that
I don't
slap doesn't
recall.
sound
Very,
familiar.
very well. That's enough for the story.
So, Elric Fiddlefingers, and I stick my hand up in the wrong direction to shake your hand.
And I move over his direction and I shake it and
Perfect.
I say, "I make Mikey second in command of the pirates."
The Dreadstalks.
Stalks.
The Dreadstalks? How's my ship?
Oh, it's never been better.
That's fantastic. I was once in command.
Oh well.
I'm sure you've heard of him.
I mean,
I do
everybody always.
ludicrous
I sing of you in my songs.
Oh, I'd love to hear one.
Oh, and
No, I'd love to hear it.
I play the one that I am making up on the spot.
Oh, yeah, are you?
So I have I got a 19.
It's real good, but it's definitely not about you. They know that. You might not.
He's inserted his name.
I think we can work on it, but I like where your head's at. That's fantastic. Everybody, welcome to the port of Six Masts, my second home. I love it here.
So do you know this man?
No, not at all. How long have you been with the ship?
I think of 2 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
All right, perfect. 2.5 weeks. He's due.
You're still green, but you pick up rank fast. I trust Snake Eye.
He looks so dumb. He looks so dumb.
What's great is as little as you can take me seriously, my thought is even less.
Good. That's good. I like the low cut shirt too.
I think
For our podcast listeners, it's really just porn.
So
My favorite was still the dragon interaction.
Didn't, I didn't know.
Oral tradition.
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to wear a shirt under mine.
You missed the memo. I know. I need to undo a button.
I believe it's time to see the Commodore. Clara, can you lead us? Go to
The giant ships.
Yeah, the ship on a ship on a ship. That's where the Commodore is.
Can we keep your shipmate?
Do you want to come with us?
Oh, I would love nothing more than to come with you
I'm
guys.
sorry, I missed your name. Who are
McMikey.
McMikey. Pleasure. I'm Clara. This is David, Lyra, Killian, and Elric.
Another ludicrous battle.
There's not much room.
No, there's not.
How has on our walk there, how has the Garafon Navy been doing?
Oh, excellent. I mean, I guess we didn't get any of that booty we were looking for, but we doing well otherwise.
Yeah.
Micah and
Sailing
Sarah are
is its own
definitely
reward.
stealthing and going oh my god, I'm faded and follow
Have
hiding
we
and
met
following.
them?
Journey.
No, we haven't.
Lyra
We can't get
has.
seen. We can't get seen.
Has
So these two are literally stealthing behind them.
stealthing.
Yeah, I did too, because you guys were all in the infirmary together, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
So they're stealthing behind you.
okay.
They don't see us.
So
Of course not.
has the Commodore brought together the ships? Are they working together? This is conversation,
It is-
but also
it-
directed towards the DM.
I mean, they're doing better every day.
It looked like there were cannons. Like, what? Is there a war?
Political answers.
There's lots of cannons going off when we were walking up here.
No, that was just a celebration.
They were
return to port.
excited.
Why
that we
would you
were-
waste munitions on a celebration?
Morale.
Morale is
Who is morale? Who is morale?
That is morale. That statement.
So, do you guys have plans to go back out? Because Elric has come to request we need to go on a journey. We need a ship.
in about 14 hours ish.
Where are you headed?
We will be heading wherever our
Wherever I say.
team decides to journey.
Elric, it sounds
Or our
like
captain.
he has replaced your role. Are you sure that you have any say with the Dreadstocks?
But was I like first mate or was I captain?
No, you
I
were
believe I
first
was
mate.
You were
First mate. Sorry, partner. I have to reassume my role because we have places to be.
I'm guessing we stick out like crazy.
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh, yeah, you're in like
this-
armor and
Like in
stuff.
his black
well put
draconic
together.
armor.
Yeah. And they look like epic as hell right now. Like she's in like black draconic armor. He has like shield and great swords. She has antlers.
Yeah.
She's a satyr.
So I say that's perfectly fine. I would appreciate if you let me come along on your journey.
Sure, you can be my first mate.
That would be excellent.
Excellent.
Hand
Right
to
hand
the
to the
left
right.
hand.
All right, so you guys head up to the Commodore.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all while we were walking there.
Perfect. So when you reach the Commodore's his palace,
Temple?
Temple.
Stack.
Stack Shack Palace Temple, and you see two hardy young squirrelish pirates out front. They have upgraded in the 2 weeks you've been gone. There is now a whale carcass bone stairway leading up to the first floor.
Beautiful. As like my first couple steps up the stairs, I'm like, is this whale carcass bone?
Oh yeah, so you know that, but you can't find your way
I've
down
gotten
the street.
really good at anything ocean related.
I was gonna say sword killed and left hanging.
Oh, yeah.
ocean
So
animals.
two of the pirates are. Hold please.
What? What?
Who goes there? The Commodore's not seen anyone today. He's in a mood.
I am Elric Fiddlefingers, first mate of the Dreadstalks.
In Fiddlefingers?
Yes.
You're not the first mate. That's McMikey.
I have reassumed my role.
This is McMikey.
Well, McMikey.
McMikey!
Yeah.
Oh, the Commodore would love to see you.
I say I'm excited to see him, and I would love if my friends could also attend.
I suppose.
I gotta keep you around.
You begin to walk up the bone carcass. As you enter in, you hear.
I don't know. I'm getting flashbacks to a certain
Yeah.
monger of fish.
Fishmonger.
I was never there for that.
You walk into a room and you hear harp music playing. It's been cleaned up a little bit. You notice that it seems to be very ostentatiously decorated. So it's got like, it has flowers all over the walls. It looks very dressed up. And you see that several of the pirates are looking like they're taking the decorations down and they're cleaning and they're getting ready. And from one of the corners, you see a musician still playing this large harp. And Sam comes out and recognizes you. Sam is the princess of this little amalgamation. She is a very large but very, very cute looking girl. And she comes running in and she lifts Elric up and she gives him a hug and then she scorns you. I can't believe, Elric, that you missed my wedding!
You messed up.
Elric, how rude!
To be fair, I was with you guys. To be fair, I was with you guys. You know, pressing matters.
That's no
You
reason
didn't
to
even
miss a
tell us
wedding.
you had a wedding invite. We could have prioritized.
Could you physically describe Samantha to me, please?
You just did.
One more time. No, just what? Oh, could you one more time?
She's a very large, cute woman who is the princess of the
Well, I know
pirates.
that part. Okay. Just hoping for a little bit more, but that's okay. Samantha, I'm sorry. You know, this role that we're placed into sometimes
I'm so
things
confused.
have to get done.
I forgive you. It was sudden anyways.
So hold on. So he Elric missed their wedding, or just her wedding?
Her wedding.
Her way.
Okay.
Elric, you told us that you were supposed to marry her.
I was.
Marry Elric? Oh no, he's not my type.
No.
Who are you, tall glass of water? I'm Samantha. She comes up and gives you a kiss on the
I
cheeks.
can't believe it was the wedding. There's so
Well,
much news.
What are these? She grabs your antlers.
Oh,
make the
these,
faded look
these,
really
these,
bad.
come with me.
Don't ever touch those. Just so you are aware, this gets confusing. There is a small sprite that only she and she can see. So that's what is talking right now in the Eric Cartman-esque voice.
Yes.
Don't ever touch those.
Sorry, accent.
Yeah, okay.
Did her
I'm
voice
Clara.
change?
I am one of
Yeah,
Elric's
it combined
good
in
friends.
Lexi's and Yes's voice.
Yes,
Oh.
that's pretty great.
So,
We're friends of Elric. He has told us about you.
Oh, really?
He has.
Oh my, he never mentioned you.
That seems fitting.
so
Seems right.
Samantha, who did you marry?
Oh, that man who talked bad to me? Turns out he was actually in love.
That's
Is he
great.
treating you right?
Very much so.
I
Did he,
look.
like, get his
I
hands
medicine
cut
check
off?
her.
Sure.
Oh yeah, he took his hands
Did he
cut
like get his
off.
hands cut?
Knees.
Knees.
Oh, Samantha, can we see your father?
The Commodore?
Yeah.
He's not well.
13.
What's wrong?
She seems okay.
Okay.
No signs of abuse. or anything.
Abuse. Okay.
What's wrong with the Commodore?
He seems started to lose his mind. Ever since you left.
We could fix him right up.
Can't?
I don't know. We might be showing off.
What?
That's what I'm good at.
Lyra's salty about being told that they were flaunting their magic.
Sounds good. Yeah. Oh, McMacket! It's good to see you. I haven't seen you since the wedding. She gives you a big hug.
It's great to see you as well.
It was so great that you stepped in as Flower Man.
Yeah, anytime.
Was it a sea wedding? Like he's never been to the Port of Six Masts in that 2 weeks, so all the ships floated out and had the wedding in the sea.
Yeah, it was like Little Mermaid.
That's what,
You got attacked by
Yes,
sea
but the
animals
reception was on land.
Like a lifeboat.
That's great.
You could go see the Commodore, but I wouldn't expect much.
Okay. What?
Quit. Do you want to go with him?
I
Like, you want to walk back there?
I'll walk back there.
I mean, I could go also.
Yeah.
I have. I mean, you're a cleric.
Yeah. Do you have ability to heal people as well?
I do.
Yeah. Let's all go. See him.
He always heals my frowns.
That's the best healing.
Who are you?
Her name is Lyra.
I'm Samantha.
Samantha, it's very nice to meet you.
Who is this tall glass of water?
What?
Do you have any sketches from your wedding?
No? I like to live in the moment.
Well, I'm sure you're a beautiful bride.
I was. I wore this.
Is it how ratty? How like?
It's not super ratty, but it's not super nice either.
It's like torn up and stuff.
It kind of looks like a pirate costume you'd buy at like Walmart.
It's like ripped.
As we're walking to the Commodore, I'd say something to Samantha like,
You know, that last week before I left Samantha, I really enjoyed courting you.
Is that what that was?
I thought so.
Next time, honey, you need to make a move.
I'm gonna lean down like right next to Elric's ear.
I have steps. There are steps. 3 dates.
I'm gonna lean right
I
next
am
to
the
Elric's
golden
ear.
lord.
I knew you couldn't find a woman.
Well, you know, it was kind of arranged.
Is her husband around or no?
You haven't seen him.
We go back to the sick man.
Oh, the Commodore?
Yeah.
All right, they'll lead you up as you reach the second of the 3 ships. You find a staircase leading up to the third of the 3 ships, but this one is protected by the jaws of a large shark. Megalodon Kakacaradon. You see this huge 6-foot jaw with razor sharp teeth all around, but through it are stairs leading up to the next ship.
I will hunt you.
We killed that.
Insight.
I do not believe you.
All right, you guys head up? All right, the group heads up to the third of 3 ships. And as you enter in, you see a ratty, ragged-looking bed, but it's large, like a California king. Light peeks through the broken boards of this ship shanty town, but you see the Commodore sitting with a kind of Scrooge ensemble, like the hat with the foofball now,
Yes.
and he's got all white on, and he's holding the whiz, and he can't get the ball in. It's one of those ball in the cups.
Ball in a cup.
On the cup.
Little Rick, I get it in. Did I get it in?
Been doing this for 2, 3
Is that why he lost his mind? Because of this game?
Yes.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Yes.
Shit.
No,
That's right, the oranges weren't in.
I really screwed up.
Elric, is this a gift that you gave?
I'd like to pull Clara to the side real quick.
You've cursed this man.
Just real quick.
This is a witch's item.
It's a witch.
Do you have any, and I'm whispering this, do you have any way that you could, get the ball in the cup without him knowing that you did it?
Can minor illusion do that?
Like Mage Hand could do it.
I don't have.
Minor illusion could definitely do it.
I don't have mage hand. I have.
If
I have
Minor
this,
Illusion can
but-
lift a 5 pound.
It could, He could just make an illusion.
Make an
of the
illusion
ball
of the
went
ball
in.
going in it, and that's a cantrip. I mean, I could just use it as a. Free action.
Yeah, you just make illusion.
Yeah, he
It
just has to
wouldn't really
fail
happen.
his. Because he's interacting with it, so he'd have to fail an intelligence saving throw.
Mage hand.
Which is he could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very.
Or he's already on the fringe of sanity, so
No.
you could do it. You're pretty high level, right?
Your
Level-
friend
Yeah.
might be able to, but that's not really my expertise, Elric.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, cast it. So, what's your spell save DC?
You
I
know.
can make flowers.
I think it's
come out of
16
the
or
cup.
7.
Clara,
It's 8 plus your
You're the
proficiency
sweetest
plus your
girl.
8
charisma
plus 3
modifier.
Oh
plus
yeah,
change.
16. Sorry.
All right, he has a
The-
plus 1.
The ability save DC is what
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. Sorry.
19.
God.
So,
God.
as you cast this illusion, he just starts screaming.
Commodore! Commodore!
He just throws the whiz and just.
Commodore! What's wrong?
I failed!
It's okay!
I missed my daughter's wedding!
Commodore, it's okay!
I failed, everyone!
Look at me!
The whiz!
Look at I'm feeling around for him. Commodore!
Way to go.
Where, come on!
Yeah, you kind of lead up the
I
bed.
grab, here. Good, I shake him a little bit. Commodore!
Do you have
It's just a game, man! It's just a game!
It's life!
No! Life is so much more meaningful than a ball and a cup! And I start performance sobbing with him. It's okay! It's okay!
The ball is my life!
It's okay!
Elric, would you like me to burn the thing?
Be strong! Be stronger than the ball!
They're just holding each other, sobbing.
Would you like me to burn the ball in a cup?
Yes!
Sacred flame. I just burn it.
Look at it! It's not worth it!
Just screaming.
Be stronger than the ball and the
mind.
cup!
It's done.
Okay, persuasion or something?
Killian throws ashes over the fire.
Be gone, witch. You have a burn.
That's a 29.
And so as you say this to him, and you're hugging him, and you're just crying with him, and the ball's on fire, and the barbarian throws ashes, and the illusions are dancing. You see Elric just shaking him, and all of a sudden the color comes back into his face. I am free.
There you are, Sawbones.
This is great.
It's okay.
Ellen, what the hell was that?
Samantha, I must see my daughter. Bring her.
She's downstairs.
I'm gonna go
I
get
yell,
her.
Samantha!
Okay.
Come see your father!
David runs down. I need a dexterity saving throw, sir.
So you don't just fall through the shack.
19.
Roll the 9.
You avoid falling into the shark mouth. And as you keep running, you see Samantha. She's running up the stairs with you. My father! My father!
Your father's free.
She pushes you out of the way and just runs up the stairs. And as she reaches the top, like, Mikey, did you save him?
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you see Commodore, come to me! And she like runs and like gets on the bed and there's like a creaking sound. And then like he gets close. Samantha, the man you married, I was going to cut off his legs. I know, but it was all a misunderstanding. It was not insulting me. He loves me. Oh, how could I have been so blind? I've missed so much. I've missed so. Eric, come here.
I'm still so awkwardly like I'm like
You're there, yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
awkwardly in the middle like
Yeah,
you hug.
definitely. Eric.
Yes.
Eric. This witch item you found in the darkness. You must never bring another one back.
I swear to it.
Do not return to that island where you found it.
I
Elric?
heal.
You will lead our people.
Elric, where did you get that game?
I'm Did I get that on the island? No, I thought somebody just gave that to me.
You just had it in your bag, man.
Yeah, okay.
So it came from the island, is what Dustin's saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric.
I promise.
Eric.
I promise not to the island.
And he jams a pin into your skin. Eric! Eric!
What is this?
Father!
Did he die? Is he dying?
He's dying.
Can I
Somebody heal him!
can I cure with
Yeah,
those?
please.
Oh my god, what the
I like medicine to figure out why he's dying.
What is happening?
This was
Why is
this
he
has been a,
dying?
He's giving up.
The witch was keeping him alive.
throw ashes on him.
Like doing a barbarian chant.
Which okay, hang on.
You can't heal people.
He's gone
I'd
from
like
this
to
world. The ancestors will take him now.
Oh my lord. Okay, so
Killian,
so dumb.
he's still alive!
Those who fall in battle stay fallen.
Where's Lyra? What is happening?
He was never in battle.
Killian doesn't understand the concept
yeah,
of death.
The witch was keeping him alive. I'm sorry.
Jesus. Okay, so hang on. He's actually
No, he's expiring in front of you.
okay. I'm gonna just
Did his
stand.
healing help?
Are you casting?
Yeah, can I cure wounds?
Yeah, so you
So
cure wounds.
it's a D8
Sure.
plus my plus 5, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just roll an 8-sided die and we'll add 5 to it. 6. So you see him get filled with vitality, but it looks as though his mind and his soul is leaving him.
He's ready.
He's ready. Do anybody wish to do anything else to keep him here?
I'm trying to
Does
just
he look like-
understand why is this happening.
Does he look like he hasn't eaten and stuff? Does he need like
He does look like he hasn't eaten.
like should we like get some soup for him or something?
I just grab him and I just cast Spare the Dying so he won't die. What is happening here?
Thank you! Samantha gives you a hug.
Does anybody have a good berry?
He is now smolder, like he's steaming as you just like lift your hand on him. Like heat is coming off of him.
From me?
Can I insight to see if that ball and cup was actually?
Yeah, sure.
It's fired.
17.
Seems plausible.
Elric, what did you
I just
get?
had it.
No worries.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't know where I got that bowling cup, but
Does he still seem like cursed?
No.
No, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how that happened, but we need him awake.
Elric, this seems like an odd.
He needs to sleep.
He needs food.
We need to speak to him about the Navy because we're leaving in the morning.
We're not taking the whole Navy, right? We're just taking the ship.
We're here. It's hard to communicate with them. We should make sure our priorities are in order.
I'm gonna walk by the bed and I'm gonna like put my hand on the end rail because I'm assuming that there's probably dust on it. So I'm gonna grab some dust and then I'm gonna go up to his forehead and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
You probably is crazy.
You see his body kind of seem to plumpen back up slightly. Like he looks like he's more aware. But he's sleeping.
I think he just needs to rest, Elric.
Okay.
He hasn't slept in 3 weeks. I can't believe he's not dead.
Samantha, make sure when your father wakes up, you give him a good meal.
Yes.
He needs to eat.
But now you hold the Commodore sigil.
Is that what?
I like straighten up. Yes, I do.
Blood is squeaking on your white shirt where he jabbed you with the pin.
Is that what it is? Is the Commodore pin?
Yeah, it's like a knife.
Elric, put it back. Put it back on him.
I can't.
Part of the ship. Part of the
What do you mean you can't? Just take it off your skin.
Part of the ship.
Put it back.
Part of the ship.
I can't.
Why?
It's been bestowed.
I try to grab it off of him.
I can't do anything.
Yeah, he starts bleeding a little bit more.
Samantha, does your father want this back, or do you want it?
No, he's lived a life in service of these sea people. It's time he has his rest.
Are you gonna take up the mantle?
He has bestowed it upon Elric.
Elric will not be here. We are not living here.
But he has bestowed it.
He doesn't.
Why don't we just let him keep
I
it?
reach out for the pin, and I jab
I
it.
just move.
Can I have that, please? Can't.
Elric, you can't say that you're gonna take control of this place and then leave.
Look at me.
Look what happened when you
Look
left
at
for
me.
3 weeks.
Look at me.
I
don't know where you are.
I am looking at you.
I am the Commodore now.
This is not okay. This is not a fight I'm fighting. Just hand it back to you.
That's back in the chest.
A new hole is punctured
I
into you.
missed.
On the others.
I take a second. Where's the first mate of the city?
So what you're jabbing yourself with this thing that is like it's
You definitely
it's
have tetanus.
I mean it's
Yes, I'll deal with those consequences later.
You got a bunch of
How's
diseases.
it do?
definitely
saving throw?
it is definitely bird bones wrapped in like calcified tentacles.
But is it official?
Oh yeah, it's definitely fish.
Well,
Yeah.
then that's what matters. I need my first mate
Dibs. Is that me though? You said I was your first.
of the city.
Oh.
The city.
Yeah, the first mate of the city to run the city made out of
Okay.
ships.
The Commandant?
Is that your husband?
That is
No.
No.
No one goes to the Commandant.
What?
what?
He is locked beneath the stack.
He's a bad man.
The worst.
Oh well, don't make him the
Then
first
why is he
mate.
the Commandant?
Why was he not stripped?
Because he represents our pirate rage and how we must always temper it.
So who's
Might
second
be a
in
good
command?
man for
The
you, Killian.
Commandant.
The first and second in command is the commandant.
You are not the first to come. Why is this so confusing?
No, after me.
The Commandant.
And then who's after him?
I guess whoever you appoint.
Elric, what is it that you're trying to do?
Appoint somebody to be in charge when he leaves.
Thank you. Snake Eyes.
He's just a captain.
Could he run the city?
But he's gonna be at
No.
sea the entire time.
What about old Larry?
He has a lot of wisdom. Oh, there is a lot of
What
wisdom.
happens when he dies?
You have great
Then
ideas.
you have a backup.
The Commandant.
Commandant.
What about Sam and her husband? They are royal family.
Samantha, we were just figuring. Do you feel like you could lead the city in my stead?
I mean, I could.
You seem like a very
I mean, what is
Able
there really
person.
to lead? There's just people getting murdered
What about
left and right.
this-
It doesn't seem like
this
there's a lot
city-
to do.
This city is a technological advancement in this world.
But he's like,
Obviously, it is
people pretty
absolutely
much-
not. Like,
People seem to
you
just
see
kind of,
very little
people
technology.
seem to just kind of do whatever they want, and it's
What-
all good.
What about the tall lady that slapped me?
The white lady, the lady of flames, Do you want a functioning navy?
What about that random lady I saw
Yes.
on the road?
Then
She do it?
we need somebody to lead the city while we're gone.
Yeah,
I said she
Samantha
may or
seems
may not.
Very appropriate.
Might have met her before.
Know what you think?
I think that maybe we should pick one of the most respected captains from the fleet to lead the city. Somebody who can be trusted to lead the men correctly.
Well, maybe we
Wouldn't
should
that
just
be-
let the Commodore rest, and when he wakes up and starts feeling better, we won't have to worry about it anymore.
It's a good plan.
Wouldn't
Okay.
that be Cassandra?
No, she was
She was demoted.
Oh,
She was demoted before I left.
but she was the captain.
No one in this town would respect a woman.
You put that out there, not us.
They're pretty terrible. They're a little
Okay,
backwards.
fine. Samantha, if your father wakes
Why
up,
are
let him know.
sexist?
I would like to speak with him in the morning.
We're hidden.
Exactly. That's what we're.
That'll be a problem because you're leaving like very
Well,
late at night.
Well, it depends on what time. Well,
Yeah.
because 16 hours. Or
Okay.
what time is it in the day right now?
Like noon.
Noonish.
Okay.
16.
David?
Even like early in the
And
morning.
how many hours have expired
what's
since
14?
we
An hour.
All right. We'll
Like
figure.
13 hours.
We'll
We're
figure.
leaving it early in the
You know
morning,
what?
right?
You're leaving at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's go have a drink. Okay? We'll figure this out. Because we can't just leave it to, its own devices. They're kind of pirates. Kind of.
Isn't that? That's this whole place's thing.
Why don't we go set up what we have to do? We need to talk to your crew to get us voyage.
Okay, let's go see the ship.
Is the crew on the ship or are they out and about?
Oh,
They
no.
were out doing their they were taking care of tasks.
You can call it, it's kind of like a civil duty.
Do we know, will we find, where would Snake Eye Joe be? He's gonna be in the tavern or?
He's probably still on the ship.
Oh, well, to the ship. Do you remember what it looks? Actually, you know what it looks like. Can you lead the way?
The ship, yeah, it's a white-masted ship, correct?
Yeah.
So
The flag is just a white flag?
yeah,
Like a surrender? Like the ship's just always saying we're surrendering?
I mean, it's just
Just a plain white
a
flag.
white-flagged ship.
I know you only have a few hours of rest, but do you mind taking us?
I would be happy to.
Thank you. All right, Samantha, please take care of your father and have someone alert us immediately when he wakes up. Thank you.
You guys are heading to try to find Snake Eye Joe?
Yes.
All right, you'll make it to the ship. The ship is completely barren of crew. After you search for a little bit of time, you will find that all trails lead to the Chowder Inn.
What kind of chowder?
It's just called the Chowder Inn.
Clam chowder?
So as you walk
Probably
in,
don't serve
as you
chowder.
walk into the Chowder Inn, it is the most building-like building that you've seen in the city. But as you open it up, the pungent smell of human bile is thick in the air. A kind of screeching violin can be heard from the stage as a woman belts out these kind of old sea shanty Celtic songs, and they are not in tune or matching the rhythm of the violin. But people are so inebriated they don't seem to care.
Great. Could we have some like bar fights going on?
Oh yeah, there's a few. I mean, there's always a little bit.
Great. Great.
Oh, I'm the best.
As
pirate.
we walk in,
I'm the best.
it's the Chowder Inn, right?
The Chowder Inn.
The Chowder Inn. I met 3 fiancés here.
In 3 years? Like, what the F?
That's it. That's all I say.
Oh, good. Good. And yet nothing was said.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what do you want to
Is
do?
Snake Eye Joe here?
Snake Eye Joe is screaming at the bartender.
I'll go over there. Hi, Snake Eye.
He turns to you. David?
Yep.
What can I do for you, David?
Well, I'm gonna point towards the rest of the group. Well, we're all here because we're looking to have voyage to the sea soon.
You're coming in and already asking requests. You ain't even bought me a drink yet. I ain't seen you in 3 years.
What you want?
Well, this sack of shit right here won't give me their specialty on the house.
I'm gonna look at him. What's your specialty?
Calamari sticks.
That actually sounds pretty good.
What's
Can I-
the
can I-
issue?
Can I persuade them to the bartender?
He
to?
says they're out, Mikey.
With a little bit of persuasion, will they still be out?
Tergwinder's like, look, he really needs them.
Oh, I
Oh.
got
I don't know what you want to do. We're out of them. See what I mean? This place has gone to the shits.
Can you check the bag?
Player knowledge. Based on how many people are here, how much would it cost to buy a round of drinks?
I thought we were gonna say to buy the place.
3 gold.
David, I've got this. And I'd like to feel my way up a bar stool and up to the bar. And I'm kind of sticking my chest out so people see the pin. Everybody listen up! Listen up! I'm trying to... Still a couple fights going on in the background. A round of drinks from your new Commodore!
Oh, Elric.
Nothing.
Didn't you leave the pin?
So a couple of them,
No, I didn't.
they all seem happy about the drinks. Ah, drinks! But they started screaming super loud before they even heard you say Commodore.
Got 2 seconds of silence. There you go, Snake Eye. Enjoy your drink.
He wants calamari.
I wanted calamari.
Calamari sounds really
Eric,
good.
you're back! Didn't even see you there.
I know, it's good to see you, friend.
What happened to your eyes?
Oh, they're gone.
Oh my!
It happens, but
Was it the pony?
no.
It was the scurvy.
It was
Chester.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Oh my! We're having a scurvy problem too. It seems that the shipment was waylaid, the one that you promised us.
Did they never? The Commodore never sent it to you? They never sent the resupply ship?
No, we never got it.
Do you have? Will you have the supplies for tomorrow?
We don't have any oranges.
Sauerkraut? Any fruit?
No.
I will make sure it happens.
Good. We've lost communication with Garifun. Our privateers were sending messages back and forth telling us what to do. The last missive we received was that Helvetia was attacking our men. But without any correspondence, we've simply been waylaid here. We have all of the provisions to go and help Helvetia's armies, but we haven't received any word.
Well, that's something that we'll talk about more tonight. We have a place that we have to sail to tomorrow.
Oh, do you now?
Yes.
You have a ship?
Well, we have yours.
No, we're very busy tomorrow.
Doing what?
We're sailing north.
It's about where we're going.
North.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
Oh, we're sailing into the sunset.
You got a map of
But
Well,
north.
We're going. But the place we're going might have treasure.
Snake Eye Joe, you got a map on you about the
Always.
Alright, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna find the coordinates of it. Right here.
Yeah.
We need to go here.
There's nothing there but ocean.
That's why we need to go there.
Can you?
Because of the ocean.
Will you draw
Yes.
a sunset? on there?
Draw what?
A sunset?
I am not ruining this map to draw a sunset. This is is it a good map?
Big Mikey would say ye.
I guess if we're just sailing into the sunset, we could take them
X
them
marks
around
the
for
spot.
maybe a small fee.
A fee.
How about this?
Now hold on 1 minute. The conversation that I had with the past Commodore was that being sponsored by the state of Garifon, we would pay many of the fees to outfit the ships. Is that not happening?
It hasn't for the past couple of weeks, but yes, it has.
Well then, we need to continue that trend. Garifon is in trouble.
What?
And in order to help, we need to go to the location that David has put on the map.
Why didn't you say so, Elric? I mean, you know you're all the queen and regency of Garifon. Are you saying that you need to eminent domain me ship?
Of course.
But we like to ask for permission. We'd rather not
I
just say we need it.
Oh my! The white lady's here! Listen, you sons of whores! The white lady's here! And the bar goes quiet.
I'm dressed in black now, though.
She's dressed in black! What can we do for you, Your Majesty?
Oh, we need to sail to these coordinates.
But Your Majesty, it's just ocean.
There's an unmarked. It's not marked on the map, but there's something there.
Do you remember that island that we went to?
No, Elric, don't talk about that.
No.
That scared everyone.
It did.
It's true, I'm scared now.
Okay. Just how that was off the map, we know that there's another place here. It's not going to be scary like the last one, I promise.
How do you know that?
We just know.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
That's why we are going there.
We only want to take. We just want to make sure we take.
Al?
Why do we need more of him?
We'll need a good crew, brave men who will be nicely rewarded.
Well, then, you know what I say. You asked, so you'll receive, your milady. You stood by us when we were down out of our luck. It seems that your friend here stole the Commodore's pin.
No, I actually witnessed the Commodore give it to him.
What?
It was bestowed.
He has the puncture marks to prove it.
Look.
Yeah, no one would do that to themselves.
Put that away. You'll put someone's eye out.
Sorry.
Well, I'm impressed. Commodore Fiddlesticks?
Fiddlefingers?
Fiddlefingers.
You know that.
I was making fun. All I can say is that if you need us, the Dreadstarks will take you where you need to go.
Thank you, we appreciate.
We trust you more than anyone.
We set sail at 2 a.m.
We will be there. Do you recommend anybody who could potentially lead this city in our stead?
Well, you're the Commodore, right?
Yes.
While he's out.
Well, you're giving it up already.
What?
You know, normally you have to kill the previous Commodore to get it.
That's not
Well,
happening.
he was dying. We saved him.
Well, then he's still the Commodore.
Well, then I'll
they
have to talk
disrupted-
to him tonight.
They disrupted the ritual of death. The witch will come for his soul again.
You've had like 3 lines all day. They've all been great.
Well, I'm at a loss. I'm gonna drink my beer, and we'll see you in the morning. Big Mikey, don't get too crazy. We know how you are.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna find a squidmonger.
No.
Micah and Sarah do some shit.
Elric and Lyra,
Do some shit.
using
Good.
your powers of Garifon and being the white lady, maybe we can manage to find some citrus.
Oh, that would absolutely be my priority. To make sure that,
How are you gonna find citrus?
well, it's not necessarily even citrus. It would be any sort of fruit, sauerkraut, like any type of food with vitamin C. Because even like literally 1 orange is enough vitamin C to fight off scurvy for weeks.
This is just like, remember you had to find the grain? I bet you we could go out and
Someone
find some
stole
citrus.
that commandant fellow stole the oranges.
Yeah, I bet you. Like, let's go bring justice to Elric from these people who like stole his shipment of oranges, just like Garrett.
We're gonna be underground pirates. Extra, we're underground pirates.
Yeah, let's go find it, Sarah. We're gonna go find the oranges that got stolen.
Have you interacted with us?
No,
You're
we've been hiding. You guys have no clue.
Yeah, that was definitely its own side quest.
That's amazing.
That's what we do for the next so many hours.
Sounds good.
Can we
you actually
roll?
go to find? You go to the commandant to try to find the stolen citrus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're gonna.
we'll come back to that.
They said he was a bad guy, and the
That's
citrus
amazing.
is not there, so it must be stolen.
Micah fought Titus.
Yeah, you didn't fight Titus, but you fought Paltus.
Or Paltus.
So I think that me, Clara, and Lyra would try to go to the merchants or whoever's supplying the ships and try to figure out if we can not only like for us tomorrow, but the rest of the fleet, you know, going forward. Like we need to start sourcing
Perfect.
stuff.
Meanwhile, a young druid wakes up in her bed. You take a few steps out of and into the hall, and things feel very off. Outside your window, you see that the world looks gray and dark, but there's still color here, and there seems to be a golden shine coming through the windows. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk towards it.
So you're in your room, and this golden light is coming through the window, as though this golden light is surrounding where you're in,
Gotcha.
being in the castle.
Got it. I'm gonna pull out my Gnarblade just because I always feel.
It's not wrong, druid.
Wait.
Oh, got it. Got it.
She's not a druid.
She's
Oh,
a ranger by
she's-
class, but druid.
Yeah, she's part of the druid circle, but yes, you're not a druid. You're a.
Gotcha. Oh shoot, I don't know.
Oh, this is awesome.
I see you. What can I do? I've lost contact with Clara, and I sense you, and I know that she must sense you, and I just.
You feel a hand grab yours. I'm really excited to see that you're up. I've been really scared without you. Me and Mr. Pumpkins are very frightened.
Mikkel.
Everything's okay, Mikkel.
I don't think so. I think you should come down and see.
What do you mean?
I just said.
Well, I mean, oh, yes.
Go see all the shattered
It's
bodies.
Mr. Pumpkins.
Oh.
You have to be quiet.
Okay, Mikkel, it's okay.
You have to be quiet. It can't get us on the second floor.
What is it?
Follow me.
Don't bump into anyone.
So you walk out into the castle. And as you're walking through the castle, you see kind of like down. So this is, if you remember, Garifon has lots of castles. Like it's very large. So, and in castles, when you go up to like taller, higher floors, you see that when you open up doors and things like that, like you can actually see out onto the parapets, and you can see out onto the walls with the crenellations and things like that. You look out and you see those, and people are frozen, like running toward the central keep that you are in. Micah is keeping low, and he marches you toward the throne room. And in the throne room, you see golden light erupting from a central point in the throne room. The people closest to it look like they're blinded, but they also are unmoving like the people outside. The people, as the light buckles around, kind of like streams of light, like a beautiful flower, but it's just made of light and white gold. Like it spreads out, and it looks like stardust is like flowing off of it, like just celestial light coming from the center of the room. You see further away, it looks as though the people, like as they're getting further, it almost looks like they're moving, but slowly, as though they're trying to walk away from the light. You see Vinar, you see several of your companions, you see the council and the regents that waved you away in the Condor, but now they're stuck in this room. As you peek, Mikhail pulls you down, and you look through the kind of banisters down into the room, and you see what looks like wisps kind of moving. Perception check. wisdom saving throw.
Clara's dice. Let's roll a different day. Good lord, it's 2 2s in a row.
That won't do it.
Nope.
Mikkel sees you and grabs you. Advantage.
Come on.
Come on, you can do it.
Come on.
Believe in the heart of the die.
10.
So you feel yourself shook, and he pulls you down past the banister. With that low of roll, though, you hit your head, deals 3 damage, and blood is now. You have a scar kind of above your eye, and blood is pooling down. But you resist the pool of it. It looks like a girl dressed in white, moving between the people, and it looks as though she's flickering back and forth. What's horrifying, though, is every time you see her moving, she looks like she's a different age.
Is she getting older, or it's
It's
just
just
different all over?
random. Child, adult, middle, just.
Mikkel, who is that?
I think it's the little girl.
Cecil?
We're not safe. I've been hearing things. There's some of us were safe. I need to take you. I thought that perhaps you were frozen. I'm sorry I didn't get you sooner.
It's okay. This is something that we've
We
never
have
seen.
to be quick. Do you understand?
Mikkel, you're scaring me. What? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening. Fear not, friends. I, Darius, the first prophet of Astarius, will help you. As you turn to look, you see Darius, but half of his face is gone. Just skull, bone, flesh, tendons. I'll help you. And we'll go back after intermission to the pirates.
Oh, okay.
All right, everyone, welcome back. We're gonna go right back into Clara, but she's not playing Clara, she's playing Nola.
All your characters have that
Just-
ah sound.
Neona. Wait,
That
It's
was
not-
mine.
that-
Oh my
yeah.
god, I hate all of you.
A moment passes, and the next thing we see is Nola and Mikkel running down the hall. Behind them, they see the wizard kind of stumble backwards. What's wrong, friends? What's wrong? He fades away. As you continue to run, you go up to a statue and you see Mikkel run through a wall
Okay.
as though he believes he can. What do you do?
Okay. And then I'll run.
Do you believe you can?
Well, I saw that he could, so I believe that I can.
You run through the wall. On the other side of the wall, you see about 5 people. One of them gets up, runs to you, and hugs you. It's all right, child. In the corner, you see a small homunculus. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
So happy to see that you are okay.
Hi, Jojo.
Something's wrong with Cecil, Nola. Something's very wrong. That's not the little girl who was inside me all those years.
Right. Clara told me, your story.
Can you help her?
I don't know what's wrong with her.
I don't know how much time we have. The light is getting bigger.
The golden light.
Yeah, if it reaches us, we'll stop moving. But you will. I won't.
Why won't you?
I don't know. I was in the center of the blast and it didn't affect me. Maybe it's because I don't have a soul.
I believe you have a soul.
Me too.
I'm gonna look around. Who else is here? Do I recognize anyone?
Who else do you want to be there? Vinar cannot. He was in the blast.
So there's 5
There are
people,
5
and
people in
Jojo,
this room.
Jojo's
Not one of them.
not one of them.
Who were people we didn't choose as companions?
Is
Drogo's
Varasha?
in there.
Farasha is not in there.
Okay.
And you don't want that.
Lord Caspian.
Lord Caspian can be in there.
That's my pick. There's 5 of us, so I figured we could all pick.
Oh yeah. Soupy.
Soupy is in there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my choice. Yeah.
Soupy wasn't allowed in the castle.
Oh, okay.
he
Well, never
was.
mind then.
No, he was
No,
not.
remember he was
No,
thrown
he
out.
wasn't. He was thrown
Oh, yeah,
out.
never mind. Yeah, you
I
Cookie
will-
was, though.
I feel like she would have chased after Soupy.
That's fair.
Who else would be here?
Helix?
Helix could be there.
Helix?
Who did you say, Ellie?
Or is he
Lord
busy
Caspian.
running?
But he could have been there for what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's 2.
Don John, maybe?
Okay, Don John.
I feel like those are good ones because like they were a part of the original guard, so like they would know
Alright,
what
Calvin
the heck
and
to do.
Jamie. Who are you picking?
Drogo.
He's not a person.
I knew you were
He's
going
not
to
a
say
person.
that.
And he was outside.
Who did you choose?
It wasn't. He
Lord
stays in our
Caspian.
room.
He was outside.
He cannot stay.
He was a dire bear. It was not in the castle.
Give us a good try.
Francois.
It's a great thing in this castle.
You already picked someone. It's Jamie and Calvin.
Jamie Francois.
Charles Xander.
Okay.
I gotta go through the list of everybody now.
There's
Here's Johnny.
Calvin. Choose Trent
Who's your
Yellow.
lady
Actually,
from the
I
north
lied.
Who's important?
I don't want Charles Xander. I want Malix. Malix.
Alex.
Trent Yellow.
No. He's not a...
I don't know who that is.
You could choose Charles Xander.
Huh?
You could choose Charles
Yeah.
Xander.
Do you want Charles Xander?
Yeah, I'll go with Charles Xander. I can't think.
That's good.
Perfect. Those 5 are in the room. The person that came to hug you was Don Juan because he has the most empathy for little girls, as he has a little girl, not in a creepy way.
He's a father.
Yeah, he is a father.
Father. Oh, crap. I should have done that.
Okay. Helix bucks himself up. Do not worry, friend. We already have a plan.
Yes.
Come here. Meanwhile.
Oh, and Mikkel.
The mummy.
Why didn't you choose Trent Yellow?
I don't know.
That person doesn't exist during game yet.
Yet.
The rest of the eve passes pretty quickly in the pirate town of the port of 6 Masts. As you ready yourself, buckling your bootstraps and finding many of the armaments and things you will need for seafaring weather. Fighters, paladins, your gear is not well suited for the ocean, for if you fall off the ship, you will sink.
No, I won't.
You've got pretty good strength.
I'm
No, I
pretty...
have the-
I'll swim.
Okay.
I had the silver fish scale thing.
Yeah, it's true, you do. All right, but you are welcome to grab different armaments if you would like for the seafaring adventure you're about to partake in.
I will find a harpoon.
You find a harpoon.
The spear of the sea.
I will
I will
find
turn the sea into flames.
oil.
You find oil.
No, I'm not looking for oil. I'll look for like 100 feet of rope.
Find 100 feet of rope.
100.
I want a staff that has a seahorse as the head of it.
Horses are my things.
Like not a real seahorse. Like it's like sculpt, like it's carved.
Investigation.
Yes! I accept this challenge. Probably not.
You're rolling terribly. I'm so sorry.
Eight.
You find a shepherd's crook, and your imagination has its way.
I druid craft it.
That'll do it.
Ah, nice.
I can't fight that.
I would like a trident, but obviously I need the armor to cut off half, you know.
You find a Biden?
You want to bite it?
No, I need
think
I
it's
need
a
to
spear.
half of the staff part cut off.
Oh. So you want a fork?
Oh.
Let's find him a fork.
Are you a half?
I'm a halfling. Yeah.
Okay. I don't
Actually,
I don't
very,
know how I didn't notice.
very, very handsome, very attractive.
He's a very handsy bird.
Hence the voice.
What color were your eyes?
Anybody else want anything before we move?
I mean,
on?
obviously, Mike and Sarah are going to find the oranges.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that might be its own thing that happens at another time. So you have to remind me on that
How
one.
many squids
No,
can
because
I
they're
find?
going to go join the ship. So what happens in the meantime?
So,
I don't think it's going to. I think you're gonna miss the ship, and we'll get to it. So, anything else anybody wants to do?
How many squids can I find?
so
Mini.
I mean, are we talking about like before bed?
You guys are leaving at 2 a.m. So
So I need a level head with me, and we need to go talk to the former Commodore to figure out who's going to run this city. Because if somebody doesn't run the city, it's going to go back to how it used to be, and it's not going to be reliable for when we can save Garifon.
So you guys go have that conversation. I would go get like rope and stuff, like normal supplies that should be in my bag.
perfect. So you also have some like I don't want to play the game for you all, but there's some bad things happening that you've just discovered happening to the north. And without leadership, like things will, like every action will have an equal and opposite reaction from here on out.
Is this Navy equipped to go do anything?
I mean, you have time now.
Well, I'm assuming that people aren't out in their ships in the middle of the night.
I figured we would try and just talk to the Commodore about all of it.
That's the big thing. I want to know the state of the Navy and how its leadership is, where their loyalties lie, things like that. Assure him that even though Garifon isn't sending their gold because of what's happening, they can still rely on us. There's a lot of planning. We need to make sure it falls in line.
All right. You do that. You all spread out. We're gonna go to Clara and Elric. You find the Commodore. It is about 8 o'clock at night when he wakes up. You have been waiting out in his chambers for almost 2 hours. He calls you back in. Samantha is there. She's holding his hand, and you see a tall, handsome, kind of Prince Eric-looking gentleman standing in the corner.
How is he doing?
He'll be all right.
Got me a friend.
Oh, so?
And he pulls the Commodore pin back.
How dare you try to steal it from me?
He puts it back on his vest.
I like pat his shoulder. That's the spirit.
What can I do here for?
Well, I've heard that money has stopped coming from Garifon.
I've just been told by Samantha that that's the truth. I have not been with it for some time. Apparently I was given a cursed item.
I'd like to assure you that, well, Garifon is having a little bit of trouble right now. Payment will resume soon.
They're mostly paid up. That's why we could outfit our vessels with such fine accoutrements.
I heard that the colors are immaculate.
So I've been told.
So, do you still feel fit to run this city? And run this fleet?
Why are you asking me these questions?
Well, because you let me take the pin.
I was sleeping, you fool! And he-
Well,
Slightly backhands you.
I'd say he's fit and ready.
He seems fine.
He'll keep them in line. Right, would I know that? Like
They're not going. They got word that the men were being attacked and they're
Yeah.
not doing anything about it.
Commodore,
What?
Samantha has informed us that you're being attacked by Helvetia.
We are not being attacked. Your men up in the north are in Helvetia. You have about 10,000 strong last we checked.
Yes, Since Garifon is being... Well, it's down at the moment. We're trying to help fight the bigger picture and get it back up and running to its proper state, but...
I'm sorry, but we don't have ships that can sail in and that far.
Into Helvetia?
Kill of Garifon.
No, we don't need Garifon. We need to...
We could start digging a channel, but it won't be ready for a long time.
That's okay. I think right now we need to prioritize and focus on the bigger issue, and that would be the men that are trapped.
In Helvetia?
Yes.
What are you asking us for?
Well, Elric has told us how wonderful of an army you guys have built in the last few years, and I think it would be an excellent task force to get everyone together.
Just to clarify, it's a Navy.
What did I say?
Army.
Sorry. An army of men on your Navy brigade. Elric?
You're getting it. You're getting it.
We think
Get at the heart of it!
we would love it if the Navy of Garifon, you, could aid us in helping our men in Helvetia and freeing them.
We consider ourselves unprivatized privateers. Entrepreneurs, if you were.
But what if we...
Bound by contract and ethical obligation only.
We have the lady of white here.
Yes, Garifon the Flame.
Yes.
So they say.
Well, she is here in the flesh, and she can dub you all.
W-Wall?
Dub you all. Like,
Dub me?
Yes.
As what?
as the royal naval fleet of Garifon.
Oh, too many words and too much paperwork. We're free!
It
We
wouldn't-
like the sea salt in our hair and the horizon on our gaze.
Well, what if we allowed you to do whatever you wanted
I'm listening.
until we needed you?
Like unprivatized privateers.
Yes. But you have an official name that you could call yourselves, but you would be affiliated with
What be this
Garifon.
name?
Well, you didn't like mine because it was too long. What would you like to be called?
I'll have to think on it.
But
You don't have any ideas? How could we go to war holding a banner without a name? We'd be the nameless. That ain't right. Nameless things should be forgotten.
That is very valid. What if you were
You know,
the...
The Remembrance Navy.
what do our men enjoy more than anything else?
Women.
What do they enjoy after women?
Some of them like men.
What do they enjoy after the embrace of another human being?
Animals.
Freedom!
Elric, oh, freedom! Yes, yes. I didn't know where you were going.
The Freedom Sailors!
The Freedom, Garifon's Freedom Fleet!
The Freedom Fleet.
The Freedom Fleet!
It sounds a little children novella, if I have to be honest with you.
I tried.
It's like a half novel
Well,
for the uneducated.
maybe you could work on it while we're gone. Speaking of,
We have to settle this. I can't be going out and talking to my men saying we're the Freedom Fleet or we're the Garifon
naval forces?
Garfineers.
The Garifon Royal Navy.
That's pretty good.
It's a lot of words.
The Garifon Navy.
What if it's just the Garifon Navy?
It has a ring to it, don't it?
How about wait? Hang on. I got it. The Navy.
The Navy. I like it in principle, but I want it to have a little bit of a kick to it, you know?
I'm trying so hard.
Like, what we're going to do? Like, we'd be like, we're the Navy or something like that. I don't know.
We can sail the 4 seas.
There's many more than that.
Are there?
Oh, many. Come on, on, you two. You look like you're erudite.
Your turn.
Village people.
Think about all the names in this world that just seemingly come up automatically. It's crazy, right? And you only need to come up with one. The gears are burning on that one over there in the corner. You're burning precious midnight oil.
But the masted navy.
The masted?
Because you're the 6 masts. But you don't need to restrict yourself to only 6. Because you are freedom and you can have all of the masts. So the masted navy, you can sail all the seas and conquer all the masts that you want because you are free. Just helping Garifon when.
By God, you're onto something.
That's why I keep her around.
The Navy of 6 masts it is.
The navy of 6 masts.
It has a good ring to it.
I
But
like
it could be more than 6.
But if you want it to be,
The Navy of masts.
yes, the navy of masts, because you can conquer more than just 6.
What if we cut out the of and just called ourselves the Masted Navy?
Yes.
I love it.
I like
That's
it.
great. That's great.
What say you, McMikey?
I appeared there, I guess. I agree.
Oh, do
Sounds
you
like
have a
it's
better name? This is something that's gonna go in the annals.
Oh man.
Become part of our lexicon.
I mean, it sounds good to me.
Yes! Then that's what we'll be. We'll head up to Helvetia and help your men.
Thank you.
I think sometime in the near future, we'll have to talk about something a little bit more official other than just a hired payment. Let's see how this goes.
All right. Samantha, go unleash the Commandant.
Okay, so metaphorically, I want to see this. One more thing, Commodore. We need to borrow the Dreadstock ship.
That belongs to old Snake-Eyed Joe.
We spoke with him, but we wanted to let you know.
The old Dreadstalker goes where the wind takes it.
Then we'll follow those winds
Beware.
to the 10 seas.
Snake-Eyed Joe's more than he looks.
Maybe I'll challenge him to one of those barking matches.
That's sea bark.
I know.
They all bark.
Everybody barks.
Everyone chooses their champion of barking.
You're a brave man, Elric Fiddlefingers. I knew it when I saw you. You're a tall glass of spit that would shine my shoes with. What is that?
My friend does this, and then she always says for the north, so I kind of just thumb my chest.
Do it like a pirate!
He pulls out his knife and just cuts his hand.
So you're gonna just absolutely, because that's apparently the thing that I learned when I was there for 3 years. Cut my hand, and I tried to shake his.
Blood is the only thing that floats to the top of water.
I thought. Blood is thicker than water,
Thicker than thieves!
thicker than all,
Thicker than sleeves!
but not money.
No, never money.
Always for the money,
For a while it sinks.
and for the women,
We'll dive deep.
and sometimes men.
And the men too.
Blood in, blood out.
Blood in.
I'll give you inspiration for that, but I don't want to.
Thank you, sir.
What?
Blood in, blood out.
I thought you were gonna say he pulls out his dagger and just stabs.
For the masts.
For the masks. Thank you, Commodore.
For the masts.
For the I cut my hand again.
I'm
For
good.
the masks.
I'm good.
Meanwhile,
I can't bench this on
two unlikely adventurers find themselves at the bottom of the 3 stacks. you see large iron doors. They're the only iron you've seen, and they are opened. And like a cage is dragged out by 6 pirates, and in the center of the caged framework, you see what looks like a sarcophagus that's shut. But they pull it out up toward the ocean.
Pirate sarcophagus. It has like a flint-like pistol and like a saber, and then it's like the hat instead of like the vest.
But now the entrance to the Commandant is open.
We sneak in.
Extra, the oranges gotta be in there, don't
I
they?
know, yeah. Let's go get
You
him.
wouldn't let the Commandant get scurvy, would they?
No. No, I think he's definitely like warding them. Let's go.
Yeah, so you walk in and you see the ravaged carcasses of large land mammals thrown about. They look as though like the bones have been snapped and the marrow has been drunk.
I start looking through them for oranges.
Yeah, please.
What is that, investigate?
Yeah.
17.
I know what the Commandant is. Okay. You find 3 crates of grapefruits, pineapples, and other citrus fruit.
Sarah! Look!
Oh, extra! Oh, the vitamin C!
I
the 7,
like
10,
literally
10
start
Cs.
like grabbing so much.
Wait,
We gotta figure out how, like, we gotta bust this from like we gotta get like the higher up man who's like we gotta go check out the sarcophagus because we gotta figure out who's doing this.
But
We can't just bust like the low dude on the street. We gotta stop it from the top.
I may just be a little boy from Garathon, previously known as, I can't remember,
Terrifying.
Pterodduck. Anyways, none of these are oranges.
No, but like maybe Elric just doesn't really know what an orange is.
I mean, I don't really know what an orange is, but I've seen the color orange, and none of these are orange.
What are they? Grapefruits?
Grapefruits, pineapples. I said other citrus fruits.
Are there oranges?
The kiwi,
Lemon, lime.
Are there oranges?
lemons. There's no oranges.
I still think this is being like everyone's like bodies are falling apart. So like obviously somebody's still hiding this stuff.
Well, no, because we found it. We have not. We haven't found the oranges.
I know, Sarah, but we have
I
to
bet
figure
they're
out
keeping
who's
in that pirate sarcophagus.
we gotta let's go. So like we go like I fill up as much as I can of this stuff, and then like we go like follow where they're taking the
Of course,
sarcophagus.
we don't want to get scurvy. Let me take.
All right, gang. So at this point, like you have found it. It's getting to be night. So like it's not 2 a.m, but it would be late enough to where you'd start to go to the vessel. As you are all coming down toward the docks, at this time, you see that the Commandant has been wheeled out in a wheelchair because he's not 100% better yet. And he gets wheeled out in a wheelchair, and he just starts giving this very brash speech to all of the pirates. So you see that there's a lot of dinghies that are all along the shore. The Dreadstock is still pulled up to the port, but you see a lot of pirates begin to board their vessels, and they're getting ready to go out to their ships to begin to set sail in the dead of the night. You see that the lanterns are lit on the entire bay, so you can kind of see all the ships because all the lanterns are lit. And finally, the Commandant stands up.
Not the Commandant.
Sorry, the Commodore. I need to find deep sea. Sorry, looking for this. It's called the... Come on, it's called deep sea. I can't find it. Okay, well, where did it go? There. Ocean of Worlds. There we are, everyone. It's been a long time since the masted navy set sail. I know that you're all ready for the killing that will ensue, for the plunder and the booty and the glory. But we have been commissioned by Garifon, and we are men of honor, are we not? Then we will set sail to Helvetia and help those sorry land fuckers find their way. You hear another roar. And to lead us on our journey, I think it's time, don't you, that we unleash our greatest weapon, the Commandant. Did you hear that? Everyone like, the Commandant.
It ain't been released in a moon's age. Release the Commandant.
You see the cage is opened and chains are lowered from the pirate sarcophagi. He's dead.
was locked in there
Is he still in
50 years ago.
the sarcophagus?
So as you see, the sarcophagus is closed. You see 6 pirates pull hooks up to the front of the sarcophagus because it's standing up, and you're kind of all like standing on the shores, like looking in, and they pull, heave, oh, heave, and the door to the sarcophagus falls to the ground. And dust begins to blow up.
Can oranges spill out from the sarcophagus?
Like, where are we?
Oh, you guys have been like handing these out to people.
No, like I want to say something to the people.
Micah, in this moment.
Yeah. Like,
So, Micah, you run forward. The sarcophagus is just fallen to the ground. Dust is billowing up in front of it. No one can see the Commandant yet, but you take center stage, holding bushels of like citrus fruit.
Elric! Fight the oppression! They're stealing the fruit! Because they want you to have scurvy! We gotta fight the man! The Commandant is stealing the fruit!
All of a sudden, this happens. Is there any response before the Commandant has his response?
How close are we?
Micah, what are you doing here?
I think that's perfect.
That's perfect. All of a sudden, you hear. The dust blows away, and you see what looks like a petrodactyl, but it also looks like a pelican, like a pirate's pelican in pterodactyl form, and it just bursts out of the sarcophagi and flies into the sky, and all the pirates are just screaming. So you have this toucan-looking motherfucking pterodactyl. Then it just, you see one of the guys like on the crow's nest, yeah, and it just swoops down and just kills him instantly.
And everybody's cheering.
The Commandant!
I'd like to use my plot point before I level up to. At that, like as the Commandant is flying out, I would add another. I'd let an empty part of the port. Water just sinks down, and the Commodore's ship emerges from the water. It's just big, glorious ship, and the Commandant perches on this crow's nest.
Absolutely. But what happens though is that it's the stacked ship. The third one falls off of the stack and just effing eviscerates like 6 houses as it comes into the ocean. And then the Commandant literally lands nests in the front of it.
That's fucking amazing.
And it has 6 masts.
That's the best plot point of the game.
Already!
That's fantastic. I'm imagining just like a giant crow's
The
nest.
remnants of that person are just raining down.
I was almost sure it was just gonna come out and tackle Michael.
Anyone else think that this could be extremely dangerous?
It's fine.
Pirate drums just
Make sure you get all the citrus from the Commandant's vessel, else it attack us.
Liberate the pirates! Everyone gets fruit!
So they're just all walking away from Micah, but Micah's just yelling.
No, I'm giving people fruit.
Oh yeah, he's like, thanks. And they're walking it toward the Commandant.
I'm giving it back to him.
I don't even pay attention.
Extra! Oranges have been found! I can go back to Calyx now!
I want to thank you for your help back there. You're still more in tune with Garifon and what the city needs. But in regards to your last comment, I don't think there's any way to get a halfway functioning navy in this day and age. So this is kind of what we're gonna work with.
I mean, I have full faith in them.
I don't.
You see Snake Eye Joe coming up on the port. He's coming from his ship, and he yells back, "Raise the!" He looks at all of you. He's wearing all black. We're ready for your co-op mission to the center of the ocean.
Are you ready?
Onwards.
Lyra.
Big Mikey, we're gonna need you front and center on this one. Unfortunately, Elric has taken your spot as first mate, but you can take a first mate's mate.
Bosun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is a co-op mission, so we're going to raise the Jolly Roger. Raise it.
They just raise a black flag. It's also blank.
It looks beautiful.
The Dreadstalker ain't held those colors in a moon's age. Not since the Commandant Flo True.
He's looking off.
Did you see the comment just perched on? Screaming.
I imagined it like
It's a toucan pterodactyl, just so we are clear.
But with all the pirates heading to the ships, like there's no one left in the city.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
Every single pirate, even like the chefs back at the inn, like everybody was the ship. You know? I mean, it's up to you.
No, like it's empty, but like there's still
Enough to keep it going?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's set sail. Should I sing Anchors Away again?
What?
No. I sang it like 6 episodes ago. It was horrible.
Dude.
All right. You take off into the middle of the night. Let me turn the music up a little. You head out into the middle of the ocean in the middle of the night. The first night is rather clear, but the ocean is an unforgiving, salty place of ambition gone awry. You are the fated, so they kind of give you wide berth, but everybody on the ship is pulling their weight. You see every day the calluses and the worn, torn hands of pulling ropes taut, the masts, the men rowing against the current of the ocean. And you know that from where you're at on this map, you have to travel into Karagas, the land that you have fled from. You will have to travel a deep ways into the ocean, and it will probably take you over a week. How would you like this time to go by?
Killian is seasick.
The whole time?
Probably.
More or less.
Yep.
Killian.
Cannot find her sea legs.
How do you feel about entrusting them into like our story of what's happening, so they can?
Absolutely not.
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Not yet.
Okay.
They are buffoons.
I don't think they need to prove themselves a little bit more that the Dreadstalks are more than.
But we
what
could
they were.
spend time training them how to
I think that's a
properly
great idea.
like combat maneuver fighting, like with using like the stuff on the ship, so
Yeah.
they know
We
what
could
they're doing.
run some drills so they learn how to
Also,
use
like
the cannons well.
what shape is the ship in? In pretty good shape.
What kind of?
Yeah. I mean, it's not in bad shape. It's not in great shape, but it's not in bad shape.
a
I would like a
gallon.
D4. One number you want on a D4.
We want a 4.
All right. So there's more you can do, but in one of the montage sequences of this travel, you see two of the people while you're sleeping, they steal 2 of your weapons, and one of them cuts their hands off, like his hand off with
What?
Sephiron.
No, they do not take saffron. I kill them.
They will take.
They take my
Sephiron.
axe.
Take your axe.
They couldn't even lift.
Why?
Saffron.
Yeah, they thought that your armor was cool, and so they tried to fight and play fight on the deck of the ship.
Just boys being boys.
Yeah, just boys being boys. Don't cut his whole hand off, just like the tips of his fingers.
Okay, well, I would greater restoration him. And
You're gonna grater? You have the gold. You have the diamond dust for that?
She might.
I think it's only 100.
But and the dust isn't consumed either, right?
No, for
I mean, it
greater
takes-
No,
restoration.
it's 100%.
It says it takes.
Oh yeah,
like-
it's consumed for that. Never mind. I wouldn't.
Pirate Eli.
You could heal them.
Bandit Eli.
You can make it so they don't die.
Yeah, I mean, I would I mean, I have lesser restoration and heal and
I can,
stuff. So.
I hope for your arc, Eli, we do
I mean,
train
I
robbery.
I have a first level cure wounds.
Yeah, they won't die from this, but
I mean-
if she casts Greater Restoration, his hand would grow back.
He'd
So,
actually,
No,
he'd actually
you
grow
have
an
to cast
extra.
regenerate for that.
Greater Restoration doesn't cover.
No, Greater
Greater
Restoration
Restoration does it too.
It,
It doesn't grow limbs.
Yes, it does.
What would it?
Then why is regeneration a level 7 spell that does that?
Why would it?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Why would it not grow eyes back then?
Mending.
Yes, he has a curse.
That I tried to dispel. Or...
Yeah, it's a lot more than just like healing. I lost my eyes. It's a whole.
One effect that
It's a whole
charm,
thing.
one curse, any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, one effect reducing the target's hit points.
No, I'm wrong.
Yeah, 7th level. Regenerate's
says-
a 7th level
I
spell.
apologize.
You touch
I
a
am
positive
thinking
energy
5.
to
I
undo.
thought it was 3/5, so I'm sorry.
It just says to undo a debilitating effect.
No, regenerate though, like literally the target's severed body members, if any are restored.
Nice.
Yeah. If it didn't consume it, I would have, but it does consume it.
He will be okay. Anything else you would like to do? Again, this is going to take you over a week to get here.
I would like. I would like to focus at. I would like to provide inspiration at like lunch, dinner, during menial tasks. Try
Nice.
to keep the morale up so that when we do practice and drills and practice fighting and all that, they're in a better mood and willing to learn. So I really, because I'm still figuring out my sight and now being back on the water, it's kind of rough. So do
I
what
need
I do
a
best.
D4, one number you don't want.
Don't want a 3.
25% chance. So about 3 days into the journey, the fleet begins to pull away from you as they head toward Helvetia, and so they're going more north, and you're going to continue to go east. In the salute of everyone being like, "Oh, we're leaving," they begin to fire cannons and accidentally hit one of their ships. They lose a day as they have to stop. The whole fleet has to stop and repair said ship. But you continue on.
This is why we practice.
This is why we practice.
Caravel, galleon.
They're
Dow.
mostly galleons.
Okay.
Like they're not good galleons. There's a couple of Cuirasses.
But they could sail.
I want to
time
try to get
boats.
to know the people on the ship
Speedboats.
and figure out, like, obviously you have this one person who's supposed to be manning these things, but is obviously a good fisherman. So I would like to spend time with the people and try to figure out what their real talents are.
Okay.
And spend some time with Cassandra.
Sure, it's not a Chinese junk.
I feel like they have misallocated where people should be.
Okay,
I feel
investigate
like you
them.
go ship names.
No, I'm gonna show her image of a Chinese junk.
Like, perception or investigation?
You're investigating these people, so.
18.
So you begin to talk to people, and you realize that Jacques' beard is completely fake.
It is a woman, isn't it?
Most of the people have been set up by McMikey, so they're actually doing a lot of what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Okay.
But Jacques has a fake beard.
I would ask about. It's fake? I can tell. I let it go.
Dave's not gonna let it go.
Yeah, I would tell you guys, but I'd let it go.
A fake beard?
Yeah.
That's not right. It's not right. I'm gonna go over to her. It's like, him was like, "You got a fake beard?" No! I worked for this beard. You didn't work for that beard, did you? This beard is made of lies. You like pull on the beard a little.
Comes off.
No! I want the whole crew to be like, oh, they all know. A woman!
I was right.
A woman!
A woman. That's not that surprising.
Why?
Why'd you fake a beard?
My name is Jacqueline.
Oh, that's a very pretty name.
I have taken this job to find my brother Francois. They said that they would not take a woman because they are sexist sea dogs. But I needed the passage.
Cassandra's like,
Well, look at what happened to her. She's been demoted.
I did not want any advances from these.
Crimes.
Hooligans.
I have no words for the sludge on this ship.
We know it, Francois.
What?
You do.
My brother?
Is he a gravedigger?
No, he's mortally afraid of death.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
A very long time. He left my village when he was just a young man.
There's resemblance, so I would assume that it's him.
You know him?
Yeah.
What can I do to follow you to him?
You can just come back with us.
Where is he?
In Garifon.
I see. And I will do this. And do not touch me again.
Well, you faked beard.
You faked being the man.
Oh, awesome.
Tisk, tisk.
I like her. I would, at night, only them, finally, since we're going to the place of my family, or what we think, I'd tell everyone, as only Lyra knows everything so far, I would entrust in them and tell them everything.
What are you telling them? Like, I don't...
Only Lyra knew about Treed and about my family and
The Fey Lord.
the Fey Lords.
Like
and
her.
Oh,
freak
she's
out.
going to tell you her backstory, her history.
stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give you don't have to go into super detail, but give us like a couple, like a paragraph. Just kind of what you're going to tell them.
That I had to flee from Yevra because the council...
You killed them all.
Yeah, the council wanted to test my abilities, and the Fey Lords took over, and I destroyed them all.
Will somebody take his bandana from him?
And they were all destroyed, so I had to flee. And then, you're okay. That I see Treed, who I believe is a version of Yevros, and how he knew my mother,
And he just died.
and how he wilted when the ring went on. And how he has told me about Darius and the visions that I see of Darius as a corpse, and him saying that we're not safe. And then the vision that I saw of me being left at the tree and hearing oinking sounds, and just like everything.
Like with Janella and.
Yeah, and then with Janella, and how I learned from the council about my father and Miona, and how Miona left like 300 years ago. And I was raised by Janella, who is the person that I'm trying to find.
Okay. Any questions about any of that? Or like, would you respond, or?
I knew that already, so I'm sure that would really have been a whole like night discussion.
Sure. So, I mean, you guys have time on the ship, so that would be, I would say, a full night discussion. As you were talking at night, though, you find your own room, you're talking to the group. The candlelight kind of flares along your face as you tell them the story about your past, about the darkness of the Fey Lords, about your mother, about Karagas, about the ruins that you found, about the sunken cities, and the talk of Sephirodrax and the death of a black dragon, the talk of a god trying to ascend, a sorceress trying to ascend to godhood. And as you were telling this story, kind of only from the corner of your eyes, the ring Elric is wearing flares and flickers in the darkness against the flames of the fires and the sconces you have. It flares all night, seemingly to call you, and unfortunately it feels almost like family. The night will pass without incident. You have not heard the voice in the ring for many days, though you are always cognizant of its presence.
I mean,
On the 4th day, you pass an imaginary line. You don't even really recognize it. You would know if you had a map open, but you have crossed into the lands of Karagas, and the ring gets hot. Not enough to burn you, not enough to hurt you, but it is hot, and it is always even more present now. Yexen stops talking to you more and more. The silly voice that seemingly talks gets quieter and quieter, and the group will find Clara out on the balcony of the ship most nights, staring into an unknown horizon different than your current course, as though something out there in the ocean is calling you toward it. You still have a few more days. What else would you like to do on this journey?
I'm gonna look for a map of Karagas.
There would be no
On
map
the
on the ship. No.
not even in the captain's quarters.
I mean, he has like sky charts and stuff like that. I mean, he has like basically the coastlines, but he doesn't have like inland maps.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah, they have that. They know, you know exactly where the island that you went to is. They've marked that with big, like they put lines, like current lines, like do not get within this distance of the island.
Somehow they made red ink to circle with
It's
Yeah.
blood. It's blood.
Ugh.
I would like be trying to clean these people up a little bit, like heal them up a little bit. You know, like try to get them ready
Sure.
for battle.
I think one night I'd like to speak to Clara when she's out on the balcony.
Sure.
Is my massage guy around?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to.
Fickle Phil.
Yeah, I mean, he's as many as you want.
No. Here's a real question. Now that Elric's back, is Fickle Phil giving McMikey as much attention?
Yes,
It's a
more.
love triangle.
More, unfortunately,
Okay.
for Elric. As this happens one day, Snake-Eyed Joe puts his arms around you. I'm sorry about Fickle Phil.
It was good while it lasted.
Just remember, he's fickle.
He's stubborn, free spirited. I would like to have a barking match with Seabark at some point.
Yeah, anytime.
Absolutely.
I thought you wanted to have a sparky match with Snake-Eyed Joe.
Well, of course. I mean, naturally. That's just kind of how it like. We have a hierarchy on this ship. It's kind of barking matches.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
when does that happen? Who are you barking against?
Oh, okay. Since we're doing it, no, Snake Eyes is pretty fantastic. So I would like to go to Seabark probably that first day out on the water because I hadn't seen him. So I'd be excited to see Seabark.
Okay, so Seabark looks at you.
What can I do, Jeffrey?
It's. I don't know why I want to copy your voice. It's good to see you, friend.
It's good to see you.
It's been a long time. I can't see, but I know he's looking.
No.
What's wrong?
I lost my voice.
What do you mean?
To make Mikey.
What?
Barking's only for when I see land now.
Where is he?
On the ship.
Get him here now!
We're retconning things.
Get him here! Wait, who was the kingdom?
Huh?
Well,
McMikey beat
yeah,
him.
Mikey, where is he?
On the ship, I told you.
Get him here now! Bring him up to
I'm
the main
taking
deck.
it to the ship.
What?
Wait, what?
He literally said he wanted to go, like...
No, once you guys are out on, he said when we're out in the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that first
my
day.
Bad, my bad.
Okay.
He points at Mikey.
Big Mikey! You took my friend's voice and I challenge you!
This is player stuff. I'm not.
Like, I'm out.
Yeah. This is for Seabark.
Well, for the rest of you,
You see all the components.
You win.
Seamark, your voice! I give it to you!
He metaphorically eats it.
I told you I'd be back. I got me voice back.
And he climbs up the.
I wanted to do that.
Okay,
So Snake Eye Joe comes up to you. You did a good thing there.
anything for my crew.
The ship has its voice back.
He's at the top mast. The winds change and the sails go like.
Commandant, he's challenging the Commandant.
So as that
my
all
God.
happens, the Mastiff Fluffy is just also barking
On the side. That's how he lost. He challenged by McMikey and he
You
was
see
Mikey.
Dogfish.
McMikey's champion was the dog. He was like, I guess I'll bark at the dog.
Oh my god.
Good stuff. That was good.
Forgot about the dog. Very important. Clara befriends this dog on the trip.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are there any like crazy like sea animals in the water?
And, I mean it's an ocean.
But remember, I can talk to exotic animals.
You find barnacles and starfish on the side of the boat.
They're not exotic.
That's super exotic.
No, but I want to do like whale calls. I talk to the whales. No, like in whale.
There's no whales out here.
There's nothing or anything crazy.
Escape. All that you found.
Oh, you guys, the being on the ship is kind of boring.
I mean, what did you expect?
I am not a ship
I just
person.
envision the cabin fever scene from Muppets Treasure Island. We got cabin fever. Great movie. Everyone should watch that movie.
You see me like trying to swing from a rope. Like it's not that bad. This is great.
You just fly into the ocean.
Well, I gotta practice. Oh, I would cast fly at myself.
So, I want to say that everything you guys do totally makes sense, other than the people cutting their fingers off. Like,
That's not
blowing
like
up the other mast.
and the blowing up but you didn't do that, but the other ships did. You train them. They seem a little bit more, they seem stronger. McMikey's brought down a couple pegs. His arrogance was starting to become very
super
noticeable.
arrogant.
I mean, I could play music.
Yeah.
To get people
I
lively.
think you guys
too.
start a band.
We both can play
We
music.
could. I'm a little upset though at the whole stealing Seabark's voice.
No, I mean, after like 5 days.
Yeah, after
I
5
mean,
days
I-
we hit it off.
Yeah.
The beginning's a little rough.
I just borrowed it.
Battle of the
It's never gone. It was inside the whole time. So, like, yeah, you guys play music. You start to train them. The crew gets closer together. You share meals together. By the end of it, you have there's about all in all now, I think about 40 different people on the ship. Task to you as a group may by next game create them if you'd like. So
Hey.
if you do so, you will be able to direct as many as you create.
That's awesome.
And Micah and Sarah have once
They
again
are
stolen
part of
them.
it. So there are 40 people on the ship total, including you and Sarah and Micah. But other than that, you can fill in the gaps.
Do we get to create like Cassandra and all of them?
You have to.
Okay. So can we, before we end,
I think-
we just need to split up like who's gonna make? Because I'm guessing they might be like one level higher than everyone else. Like,
yeah.
them.
Yeah. Well, and like they're not going to be high level guys. Like I just
No,
mean
but
like,
I mean,
you,
like
if you know their names, you could be like, go do this, go do this.
Okay.
So
Okay, gotcha.
okay, so you'll have a whole ship together. You have sent the pirates, the masted navy toward Helvetia, which is very important. And I do want to point out now that in travel time, you guys have spent about 2 weeks, which means that Stockton Spellbrim and stuff has brought people to Garifon, finding that it's uninhabitable. So like you will have lost that time, and now you don't know where your adventurers are because a lot of time is happening. This is probably the fastest game we've done in terms of fast travel. So I just want to make sure that we're all aware that the world is moving without you.
Great.
So with that in mind, however, on the 7th day, the wind dies. Snake Eye Joe comes up to the mast. The crew looks pale, uneasy, kind of sickly. Like they're eating well. They have their They have everything they need, and yet there's a sickness that seems to linger. More so even than when you went to the island. Something in the air. It's like you've crossed over a Bermuda Triangle of some sorts. The sky is pink and purple, overcast with twilight, and it's midday. The water is still like looking into glass. And there's so much silence even on the ship that it almost feels like everyone is afraid even to talk. Snake Eye Joe breaks the silence. He puts the scrolls out and he matches them up to David's. We're about 7 to 10 minutes out. I don't see nothing out here.
Elric?
Something's gotta be out here.
Just go to that position.
We're already here.
I understand. I just want you to brace yourselves. And what we'll say to the men if we find nothing. We'll need to make quick choices, lest they think we forgot ourselves.
What do you do as time ticks away till you reach the X that marks the spot?
I'm gonna look for some like terrible like scuba gear.
They have no scuba gear.
How many barrels do they have?
They have barrels and hoses, but chances are you would just die.
I
just
think
you are
like
aware.
get with McMikey and work on like getting people in like positions in
Yeah.
case we get like attacked from like a tentacle monster or some shit.
That's
Like
pretty
I
smart.
don't know where.
I was gonna say, like, get them in position's great, but I kind of want to talk to them and, like, build morale and just tell them, like, we don't know what is to come, but we are here, we are ready, we can take on whatever comes our way.
What was our Kraken's name from last game?
I would like Seabark to take me to the top mast with him,
You go up to the top mast.
and I'm going to start looking.
You start looking.
Killian will take her first steady steps with the calm water and just steel herself for the past nightmare of the ocean.
Torque, who hasn't talked the whole game, is watching Elric from the bottom of the tower. Impressed that Elric didn't immediately told them what he saw, he hasn't talked to the group in a while. He holds tightly and shadows move around his eyes, as though he senses something out there. After 6 minutes of nothing, anticipation, the sound of the boards creaking beneath your feet, the sound of the water lapping softly against the wood, no sound of cawing, no birds in the sky, just the kind of placid beauty, almost like you're looking, almost like the world could just flip over at any moment. You reach the spot, and Cassandra pulls the lever and drops the anchor. You hear it unravel, just as it slides around the large wheel, just you hear it clanking underneath the hole, just as it falls into the depths of the ocean. Everyone on the ship kind of looks overboard. The water is so blue it almost looks black, and the anchor just keeps falling. A minute passes. Another minute. Clara, you hold tightly the key that you have forged from Vinar and yours past, your histories, your heredity. Seemingly, at this moment, what could it be? And up on the top of the mast, Elric, your eyes roll into the back of your head. She is lost. Do you understand, Elric? There is a reason. There is always a reason and a price. You think savior, but I know better. Your eyes roll back, and Clara, you feel something before everyone else, a rumble in the boards of the ship. Lyra, you hear something, an indistinguishable voice that only you can hear, something exotic. Battle cam. From the depths of the ocean, you see the black, inky tentacles of a behemoth, a monster the size of which you have never seen. This thing makes whales look small. Immediately, a tentacle bursts through the different parts of the ship. The ship splinters at the sheer might of the beast, lurched aloft, thrown sideways. Your men begin to scream. They begin to fire arbalists in every direction. For you have raised from the depths of the ocean a kraken, trapped in one of its tentacles. Far off. Thank you. Go ahead and put these over here and over there. Maelstroms begin to pool across the ship from behind, lurching the ship forward. And far near you, far into the ocean, yep, you see a tentacle burst up, holding a sarcophagus lined in crows. And our game comes to an end.
That's so cool!
Kraken fight next game.
Oh yeah.
So, real quick, I made.
Oh, so good.
I
We'll
have-
see you guys in a couple of weeks. We'll be back on the 29th. Torque will be back. And I believe Martin Bunicki will be joining us.
Ah,
But
excellent.
he will have to play a pirate.
That'll be great.
So we'll see. Mike, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
being with us. Yay.
We'll see you all guys later.
Yep, blood in, blood out.
So I have everyone who's at this table right now.